minute and a half behind. Hello, everybody. Hello. Let me say hi to everyone. Hi, Pablo. Hi, Selman. Hi, Doa. Hi, Pezable. Hi, Jamil. Wait, is this mic picking me up all right? Hi, Abo. Hi, J. Lopez. Hi, Chewy. Hi, Infernal. Hi, Randall. Hi, Camino. Oh, Spider-Man badge, Camino. What the heck? How'd you get that one? Whenever I see y'all popping in with the cool badges, I'm always like, where'd y'all get that? Where'd you get that? Hi, Mido. Hello. Hi, Hank. Hi, Brand. Hi, Alex. Hi, Gabriel. Hello, everybody. Hi, Hemi Boys. Sorry, I was doing my Insta go live tweet on my streamer Instagram, which you guys should totally follow. Totally follow that if you want to know when I'm going live, if you check Instagram stories like that. Hi, hello Pedro. Hi Cam. Look, thank you. I'm trying a redo of the updo that I did for Lychee and I's style swap stream. And last time when we were doing it, like I only had a claw clip, so I was kind of battling it the whole time, versus this time I actually like I put my hair up in like a ponytail. So it's like low-key being held up by like a hair tie rather than just the clip. But anyways, I don't know. I was like, I want to start, well, because I want to wear this top, and I feel like with the neckline, I wanted to try and updo, but I was also what took me so long on my starting soon screen was I was trying to take a picture of myself for my go live story, and a big reason why I feel like I hate wearing my hair up is because I feel like an updo looks really good like IRL, or like, you know, like we're gonna be cooking, I'm gonna be like, or like if we're like doing stuff, but then when I'm just like dead on, it's like, where's my hair? I am bald egg. But anywho, deciding to try out some more updo hairstyles and whatnot. So this is part of the experimentation of it all. If I'm fidgeting with my hair, apologies, I'm still getting used to it a bit. Mahan, thank you so much for the sub with Prime.
Less than 3.
Whoa, why is it so loud? Sorry. Let me turn down the volume of my noties. Thank you so much for the sub with Prime. Happy 13 months! Oh my goodness, now you have to subscribe an extra month, or else, because 13's a bad luck number. So you're not allowed to. I'm just kidding. But hello, how's everybody doing? Wait, let me catch up on messages. Hello. Yeah, it's been insanely hot today in LA. Guys, I'm like, I feel like I normally like going live earlier, but then low-key I was having a little bit of a rough day, but also it was insanely hot, and having my PC on during the daytime makes it super hot. So I don't know, sometimes when it's super hot during the day, I do kind of like low-key push back the start time for stream. But anywho, we're just doing a cooking stream today, so nothing too crazy. I figured we could like yap and hang out for a little bit first, and then we can go downstairs and maybe start whipping it. This meal does take me a little time to cook. It takes like an hour or so. Well, it says like 50 minutes. It takes like 50 minutes before like without streaming. So I feel like I always pretend that things take like double the time when I'm like cooking, when I'm streaming, because, well, what the heck? Did you guys get some weird audio sound, or maybe it's just my headset? I got it from Marvel Tokon Battle, the Marvel fighting game. Oh, was it like a drop? That's cool. I love a fun little badge. There was one badge that someone in chat, I don't know, someone had it. It looks like a mage girl, but like, I don't know if it was like an Elden Ring, I don't know, but anyways, whenever I see someone that has that badge, I'm like jealous. I do have the NASA badge though, so heck yeah. I know, I love seeing a cool badge. Okay, anywho, let's see here. Let me finish doing my go live stuff. Oh, I'm gonna have a cringe moment. I went for a very mage inspired look today, so what you making? Chicken biscuit pot pie. It's in the title. I'll try to always have, like, if we're ever doing cooking streams, I'll try to always have it either like pinned chat or like in the title or something, so that way you guys, excuse me, oh my gosh, almost burped. I don't know, how do I, should I just embrace the bald? Oh, wait. I feel like I have to be like more serious. Like, I don't know. Oh yeah, I should have read the title. Yeah, come on. With how many times you've seen me probably like rage at someone? Read the title! Your question will be in. I'm just kidding. Wait, sorry. Locking back in? Locking back in? I don't know. I don't know. I feel like I need to be like drama. Okay. Hopefully one of those is fine. Hopefully one of those is fine. Have Lychee serious face? I don't know. I feel awkward doing it. But she doesn't look awkward doing it, so maybe it's just I don't even know. I don't even know. I don't even know. Okay, let me do my go live tweet. We can steal our. Why is my chair shortened? Oh, well, because I always like lift my chair up like all the way whenever I'm streaming. I just feel like the camera looks better. Because I also I didn't like how the camera used to be angled down, you know? But when the minute that I like end stream, I like shrink my chair back to like its more normal height. Because when my chair is like all the way tall, like my feet can't really touch the floor, so. Short people probs. Short people probs. This is the best badge. Oh, you know, that is also a good badge, Nasty. I feel like, I don't know. I feel like I don't have that many badges. I think I got like the IRL badge or something when they had that one. Oh, I got the IRL badge. I got the water slug badge. I have the TwitchCon referral program 2025 badge. What? I don't know where the freak that came from. Most of my badges are freaking TwitchCon badges, actually. I'm like, oh, the cute boat. Oh, TwitchCon 2024, San Diego. Okay. Like, literally all my badges are basically just TwitchCon badges. Your normal face is the best? Well, what's my normal face? Like smile? Or are you saying like... You look like a princess today. Oh my goodness. Thank you. Thank you. I'm trying to go for a more mage vibe. I'm not gonna lie. I was doing a lot of thinking after our stream yesterday, after our convos. Actually, wait, hold on. Let me shut my trap a little bit. Let me finish my go live stuff really quick before I get distracted. But I was doing a lot of thinking after our convos on stream yesterday, guys. Boys, Medicine Beer got engaged. We lost. Hey, she ain't walked down that aisle yet. Bro, until they say their vows, I mean, shit. Okay, wait, let me. Although now that I have my ears out, you guys can see my headset. It's not so hidden anymore. How is your English accent? How is my English accent, you ask? Terrible. Terrible. It's bloody hell. Wait. I feel like whenever I do try to do a Ron Weasley accent, somehow it turns Australian a little bit. I'm sorry. I'm really bad with accents. I feel like I can do jokey accents, but I fear I fear I would offend anyone who actually is from this place or whatever because I'm not very good. I feel like my idea of accents mostly comes from movies. So if you don't feel like your region's accent is accurately portrayed in movies, no shot in hell I'm gonna be able to do it right. I feel like the British accent is the only one I can kind of do. I don't even want to say I can do it though, because again, I'm just thinking of fucking Harry Potter or some shit. So I'm not, because I also feel like Don't I feel like English people, aren't you guys like a little like particular about your accents? Like you got your Manchester accent and your posh accent. I don't know. I've seen some English people really get into the accent debate. Um Guys, when I hum a specific tune, my mic like really doesn't like it for some reason. Do you hear that? The Bronx accent. Chat, what kind of accent do you have? What kind of accent do you have? I feel like I have like generic American accent. Like I genuinely don't feel like I have, you know, any like sometimes like I don't think I have like a Valley Girl accent. Like I don't think I have a Valley Girl accent. Like, you know, like I feel like honestly, I feel like I talk a little bit more normal than what I personally think is like a more stereotypical Southern California girl accent, you know? Like I feel like I just like generic American accent. Anyone want to read me to filth with what kind of accent I have? I honestly feel like I would love to have a country accent. I think something about a southern accent. It is endearing to me. I'll admit it. I'll admit it. A little drawl or something. But I don't know. I guess I also probably get that from movies. I'm like, I don't really know that many people from the South, to be completely honest. Do 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 do. Sorry, I'm trying to grab a screenshot from my cringe moment video for the go live tweet. You see me looking around my screen. That Southern Belle accent, you ask? I'm just kidding. Did we move the setup or am I going crazy? We moved the setup, yes. My desk used to be against that wall. I moved it like a couple weeks ago now, but still recently. You don't have a news lady accent, which is good. Wait, what is a news lady accent? Breaking news! The suspect was found just running 3 Just kidding, I have no idea what like a news lady accent would be like. Sounds like it would just be professional, huh? You could be a true crime narrator. Yeah. I feel like the suspect was balding and very chopped. The suspect looked absolutely fucking terrible. The suspect looked like the most busted person you've ever seen. I think, let's see. I don't know, do you guys ever watch those like voice acting videos where it's like someone doing like actual things? I'm always so impressed. It's always so humbling. It's like you always think you can do something and then you watch a professional fucking do it and then you're like, "Oh, I actually don't have any talents." Let me Guys, I'm hating every single frame in the fucking pictures that we took. Oh my god, it's fine. It's the updo. I'm just like, why do I look like an egg? Why am I egg mode? The biggest egg who has ever existed. The biggest egg. For show, for show, for show. For show, for show, for show, bruh. Bruh. Bro, this just can't be. This just can't be so. Say it ain't so. I will not go. Turn the lights out. Carry me home. Sorry, now I'm just going crazy. Now we're actually going absolutely crazy here. Okay. You know, just gonna get rid of that one. Just gonna get rid of that one. I look a little derpy. Kind of derp maxing right now. Okay, you know what? Fuck it. You know what? Honestly, fuck it. Who fucking cares? It's just a go live tweet. What the hell? Hey! Sorry. Sorry about that. Apologies. I'm about to start breaking my keyboard in half. About to start smashing things. Sorry, just lost it, so now I gotta fucking grab it again. Grab it anew. Great, great, amazing, awesome. Stupid as fuck. Sorry. Chopped and busted and very professional. Oh, yes, yes, yes. You can ban me if it makes you feel better. No, banning people unfortunately does not make me feel better. Maybe like fist fighting. That's what I need. Actually do have my martial arts class later, so I will be working out my anger then. Fret not, fret not. Okay. We're going with a singular picture. This is crazy. What is going on? Sorry guys, my computer's kind of tweaking right now. Is the stream okay? Because like, my computer, I keep like clicking things and pressing buttons and then nothing happening. I don't know if it's my computer. Computer! Make these guys super gay and horny. Sorry. Truth of thought. Hi Alexis, hello. I support Crash Out Kailey. Well, she's always lurking around the corner. So, you're in the right place. You're in the right place. Oh, Hulk. Are you gonna see the Spider-Man movie? I fear I am not caught up on the Spider-Man movies. And yeah. I feel like I guess I just like don't watch movies or something. Like, because even my friends be watching the Spider-Man movies. They were all gonna go see it. They all went and they all freaking saw Odyssey in theaters and stuff. I was like, damn, are my friends movie heads or does everyone just see movies? Like every movie that comes out, like I'm not, I guess I just like, I don't see every movie that comes out. But sometimes I'm like, does everyone watch? Like I don't know. Banning people makes me feel better. LOL. Really? I just bully them away. They can so that they self-ban. You know what I mean? Just kidding. I need to see the one before the new one. Yeah, I'm like, I think I've only seen one of the Tom Holland Spider-Man movies. I said that to my friends and they're like, what? What? Like, what about the one that had like all the Spider-Mans? And I'm like, I definitely did not see that shit. I never saw like, who was the other Spider-Man guy that was like random and nobody gave a fuck about? Andrew Garfield or something. I never saw any of that guy's Spider-Man movies. I'm like, I watched like the first Tom Holland Spider-Man movie. That's it. None of the other ones, TBH. I don't like Marvel movies. I don't think I've ever watched a Marvel movie and been like, that was amazing. So I just like kind of never care. But I will say, Tom Holland, I think he's a great Spider-Man, and I honestly feel like, him and Zendaya are cute. I'm like, maybe that's why my friends be watching it, but I'm also like, maybe my friends just be watching every movie. But then maybe everyone just watches movies like that. Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man's movies were good. Yeah, well, I mean, that's what I saw when I was younger. So, although I do think that Tom Holland is a better Spider-Man, like as far as like what Spider-Man's supposed to be like in the comics and stuff. Toby was he's a little too serious with it, but he was my childhood. He was a Spider-Man of my childhood, so he gets brownie points for that. Unless it's Batman. Action superhero movies, man. That's what I'm thinking. Like, guys, like, are they even good? Like, should I even waste my fucking time? Tom Holland Spider-Man is such a kid. Yeah, he literally is supposed to be a kid, bro. What are you guys talking about? Like, that's literally what the character is like. Like, didn't literally the fucking creator of Spider-Man say that Tom Holland is the perfect Spider-Man? Like, that's literally how he's supposed to be portrayed. You have an ick for Spider-Man movies? Yeah, I didn't watch any of like the new superhero or Superman movies that came out either. I just have an ick for like superhero movies, low-key. Low-key, I just kind of have an ick, but then like everyone loves them, and then I'm like, damn, am I missing out? And then like every time I think like, damn, am I missing out? And then I give another superhero movie a chance. I just keep thinking like, nah, nah, I'm not missing out. But I don't know. I guess it's a conversation piece, I suppose. But I don't know. Let me think. Movies that I've seen recently that are good. Sinners, The Substance. Those are two movies that I fucking loved. Normally, I do kind of wait till movies come out, and then if there's like hella hype after they come out, then I watch them. Because then that's actually like people thinking that they're good and everyone's talking about them, and then I'll watch them. But there's a lot of movies that have a lot of hype beforehand, and then when they come out, like you just don't even hear about them again, and that's how you're like, oh, they're probably not that good. Like Backrooms, low key, like I feel like Backrooms had a lot of hype before it came out. Like I really wanted to see it before it came out, but then after it came out, like no one was talking about it. It felt like genuinely no one gave a fuck about that movie. Everyone was talking about Obsession instead. So I like never watched Backrooms because I was like, oh, must not have been that good. I'm personally not big on superhero movies. Me too. They always just feel like really boring. I don't know. Like I feel like action like the action scenes feel like they don't have a lot of substance to them, if that makes sense. Um do 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 do. I haven't seen any of those movies. The Substance was so good. How about Supervillains the Joker? I don't think I ever saw the Joker movie either. Actually, maybe I did. Is that the movie where he like I don't know, blows some guy up and then there's like the scene where like half his face is burnt off and he like turns? Not the Joker, like another guy. Is that in that movie? If that's in that movie, then I have seen that movie, but I think that might be from The Dark Knight Rises. So I don't even think I ever saw like the Joker movie. Because if that scene is from Dark Knight Rises, oh, okay, that's not even from the. Okay, so I actually never saw the Joker movie. Yeah, I saw Maleficent once upon a time with Angelina Jolie. That movie was sad though. That movie was sad, and that movie was good though, I will say. But sometimes like sometimes I don't know, hot take or not, but like sometimes I feel like the villain should just be allowed to be a villain. Like I don't feel like every villain needs some like crazy, horrific, traumatic origin story. Like some people are just evil. And to me, like that's way scarier than like someone who went through terrible things and then became evil. Like I feel like that's what Disney or well, like I don't know, a lot of like they always try to do that. Versus I feel like there are like in reality there are people that are just like evil. And it's usually people who haven't been through a lot. So that's like they don't know how to like empathize with people who don't have things. They're like, "Oh, like you don't have anything in your life? Like, are you trying to pull yourself up by your bootstraps? Like, I don't fucking know, you know? And sometimes, like, yeah, so sometimes I guess that's kind of how I feel when it comes to like villain origin movies that are just like only trying to make you empathize with the villain. I feel like they don't always do a good job of exploring what makes someone evil, you know, like a true villain, not just like someone who's been through things. Because I think that's also what kind of turns me off from villain origin stories a little bit, is that it's just like, I don't know, it's always just like caused by trauma in some way, when like I don't really like the narrative that all evil people are traumatized people. Like, I don't know if that makes sense. Like as someone who's been through things myself, and I don't consider myself to be evil, like I don't know. I think it paints trauma as a more negative thing than I feel like it should be viewed as, which I don't know. I guess it's like a complex topic that's, you know, differs on situation to situation though. Superheroes for me are like fantasy for you. I'm fully invested. Hi, Brady. Hello. Project Hail Mary. I love Project Hail Mary. I just posted a new Instagram reel actually where I yapped about that, so feel free to check that out. Spoiler free. I do want to make like a longer YouTube video where I actually do talk about spoilers actually. Um, I'm not a fan of superhero movies, but I really like the Dark Knight trilogy with Christian Bale and the first two Spider-Man movies with Tobey Maguire and The Incredibles Part 1 by Pixar. You know what? You know what? I will say, out of all of the superhero slandering I just did, Incredibles is not, no slander. No slander. Love The Incredibles. Love, love, love The Incredibles, honestly. Like, one of my favorite movies when I was a kid, I used to actually have, like, Syndrome's monologue memorized, and I would, like, because you know when you're a kid and you just, like, rewatch the same fucking movies over and over, like, I would literally, like, be, like, say, like, I would always say his monologue with him, and, like, I could just recite that shit from memory. Like, I don't know why. I loved The Incredibles. Even, like, the newer Incredibles that came out, I thought it was also good. I think that also what makes me like The Incredibles more than like stereotypical superhero movies. I just feel like a lot of superhero movies are power fantasies, specifically like male power fantasies, and that's why like female superhero movies always flop, is because they're trying to put like a male power fantasy onto a female character, which like never really makes that much sense. Versus I feel like The Incredibles, it's like much more of a realistic, like I like, you know, like the whole origin of like they were superheroes, but then they all had to like be retired because they were like getting canceled and shit. And now you got like this family and like they have their powers and how they're dealing with those powers and stuff. Like I just like that kind of vibe. Like to me, like that's way more endearing. Or like, honey, where is my super suit? Iconic line as well. Like I just love like that kind of vibe. Like I don't know why. Like every criticism I just said about superhero movies, I honestly don't even feel like it applies to The Incredibles, because yeah, just more complicated. So yeah, I do love it. I do love it. I don't, and that's what makes me believe that like superhero movies can be done well. They can be done better. They just like rarely are. TBH. My hot take. I don't know. If you want to see a good tragic villain, oh yeah, yes, yeah, sorry, yeah. But like actually, best redemption arc in all of TV media, Zuko. I agree. And even like when it comes to like evil ass motherfuckers, back to what we were talking about with villains, like Ozai, Lord Ozai was such a good villain. The fact that you like don't even get a face reveal till like season 3, like builds his aura, like he has so much aura while like bear like he has such a big influence over the story and the characters while like not really interacting with them, but then like eventually obviously you do start to like see him and interact with them more, and like oh, he's a great villain. Like Avatar Last Airbender knew how to write villains, knew how to write redemption, knew how to write evilness, and also like because you know Iroh, one of my favorite fictional characters of all time, Uncle Iroh. He like did some terrible things when he was younger, and that's what allowed him to become who he was. And yeah, I guess that's also sometimes my biggest gripe when it comes to superhero movies, is that good versus evil and the good guys will win. Like I don't know, I don't feel like they ever kind of explore um like topics in a super deep way, and I don't know, like maybe sometimes they do, like maybe certain movies, but like I said, whenever I watch a superhero movie, and I always like my like the what was the name, the Asian superhero one? It was like Shang-Chi or whatever. Like they could have done that movie so much better than they did, especially using like actual Asian themes of balance and harmony, yin and yang, with like the whole dragons. Like when it was like, okay, sorry, spoilers for this for the Asian superhero movie. I can never remember what's called Shang-Chi. Anyways, there's like these two dragons at the end. One's light, one's dark, and I was like, oh, like maybe they're gonna fuse into like one dragon or something for harmony. No, bitch, the fucking white dragon just beat the dark dragon. Like literally, I was like, okay, here we go again. And I just think that that's one thing that like superhero movies I think could be good if they were willing to explore more of the nuances between good and evil, but it just never is. It's just like, oh, the good guys, we're gonna just band to come together. We gotta take down the bad guy. He's so bad. We've gotta kill him. That's what superhero movies feel like to me. I wasn't a big fan of Incredibles 2 because it's way too obvious that the grouchy and short-tempered sister was the main antagonist and main supervillain. I'm like, I don't really remember Incredibles 2. But what was like the more recent one that came out that was like decades and decades after the earlier ones? Superhero Families Are Cool. The Thundermans came much later. It's really good. It's a show. Really? I've heard of it. I love Thomas Jane's Punisher and Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man. The Incredibles 2. The next year will be a third one. Let's see if this one's better than the second. Doo doo doo. I never saw Zuko as a villain, TBH. I always saw him as a lost kid, especially when Ira said, you always get what you want, then you have nowhere to go, something like that. Yeah, I mean, okay, let's be real. I mean, I started watching Avatar: The Last Airbender when I was like 12 years old, okay? And when Zuko was pulling up to the water tribe, clowning on Sokka a little bit, but also like he obviously is a villain of season 1, or is seen to be villainous, you know what I mean? Like, but you can also like see his internal struggles from an early age, and like it's hard not to empathize with him when you like start to learn about like, oh, he's banished. How did he get banished? Oh, his fuck ass fucking dad. So like, you know, there is always kind of that empathy, but you can have empathy for a character. Like, what makes someone a villain? They are working against the main character, that's and trying to fight for something that is evil and bringing harm to other people and not caring about the harm that they bring. Zuko absolutely was doing that, right? And he obviously had the seed of good within him, and that's kind of what Ira saw in him, you know, and like I believe everyone has a little bit of good, a little bit of bad in them, right? And yeah, but obviously, like, he's not a villain in the same way that, like, Ozai was a villain. But it's a kid show, right? He was made to be seen as a villain to kids. But I think any full-grown adult watching Avatar: Last Airbender, and you, like, know that Zuko is, like, 13 or 14 at the start of the show. Like, obviously, I feel like, you know, as an adult watching the show, it's very different than as a kid watching the show, you know? I dig the anti-hero stuff. Really? What's like anti-hero stuff? Is that like what? Deadpool or something? Where's my I feel like my traps are tense or something. Oh, I haven't even finished my Go Live stuff. Dirt da dur. Should we steal those ASMR viewers? Yeah. I'm gonna restart the okay. So then I can restart. We working or just cooking? We're just cooking. Well, I only do co-working on Mondays now, so I also ordered like a cute little curtain thing to put over this door so it's like not so aggressively bright in the background here. Yeah, Deadpool, Punisher, Loki. I haven't seen Punisher. I've been thinking about watching, what's that new kind of superhero movie with like the bad guy is a skull guy and the main hero is like blonde and he's wearing like a slutty little outfit. The slutty little outfit is making me think about going to see that movie. Okay, they're being stolen. They're being stolen. Hello. Welcome, welcome, Raiders. I am currently restarting my ASMR channel quickly, and then you guys can probably bop on over there. Maybe. What's this? Sorry, I'm kind of messing things up. Wet sponges trigger. Sure. I need to edit my ASMR rerun playlist. Apologies. I want to take out any of the videos that have like embedded sponsors, so you guys don't have to like hear the sponsors on my rerun channel. Yeah, Masters of the Universe. I was thinking about seeing that, well, after it comes out of theaters. There's too many movies coming out lately. Punisher has a skull, sure. Ryan Gosling is blonde and got cast as Ghost Rider. Who is a skeleton? I'm not talking about that movie. Masters of the Universe is what I was talking about, or trying to talk about, I suppose. But yeah, we're gonna be doing some cooking, by the way, Raiders, so feel free to enjoy the cozy vibes. We're gonna be making some chicken biscuit pot pie today. We were just yapping and hanging out a little bit, but I probably will start cooking soon. Very sad I memorized your Anna. Yeah, sorry. Sometimes I just look over and I'm like seeing that it's like an embedded ad basically, and I'm like, oh, maybe I should. So I'll have to work on that at some point. I will say I feel like me only doing one co-working stream a week has made me not be on my grind as much. What the heck? Well, my computer actually just restarted for some reason. My rerun PC. Good thing I stole you guys. Or else the stream would have just crashed. Weird. Very weird. Let me... Sorry, restart it. Oh my goodness. What the heck? I don't know why that just happened. Weird. Weird and strange. Oh, of course, I got a bunch of things opening on startup because I haven't gone into the settings and turned it off yet. Okay. Restore pages, please. My goodness. Okay, great. That is some kind of ad situation. Okay. Sorry guys, let me get this freaking figured out. Okay, boom. Okay, it's back. Okay, it's back. Okay, there we go. Alright, sorry about that, guys. But I think it's all fixed now. Okay. We are good to go. Should we go down soon? HR is removing your access. They're firing. That's what I think every time. I just got a notification that the ASMR channel went live. Yeah, sorry. It's because when I'm starting to like restart the stream every time, because whenever my channel hits the 48-hour mark, the stream restarts anyways. So I'm like, I might as well do it right after a raid. Since tomorrow we'll also be starting stream a little later for ASMR, later than my usual time, but on time for ASMR time. Okay, we can start going down soon. Oh, actually, let me charge my phone. Let me charge this phone a little bit more, since it will be our camera. I'm excited to make some food, some yummy food. This is one of my favorite meals to make. It always like takes me a little while, which is why I feel like it's fun to do as a cooking stream. But I always love this. Like I said, whenever I make this meal for any friends or anything like that, I feel like they always love it. Um, oh, did you hear? Sanderson said the plan for Mistborn is to have Kelsier played by a big actor. Ooh. And the rest unknown slash lesser known cast? Good. But I'm sorry, I just like genuinely have no excitement whatsoever for any of the Brandon Sanderson movies and shows coming out. But like I will watch them. We will see. You guys know how I feel though about when books that I love get turned into movies or shows. They're never living up to the hype, bruh. So I'd rather have like low or bad expectations that hopefully can be surpassed, and then hopefully hopefully after I watch it I'm like, okay, you know what? I didn't have a lot of hope, but it was way better than I thought, blah blah blah. Because yeah, 9 times out of 10, when a book that I love gets adapted for the big screen, it's just never good. But the fact that the author's involved and stuff is good, I suppose. Yes, I don't. But the thing is it's a completely different way to tell a story, okay? Point blank. I feel like if you are an actual reader, I feel like you understand that the way that stories are told on a page with just words is very different than the way that a story is told on screen. And I just feel like that's why books made into movies, the movies are never as good as the book because the story was made to be told as words, as paper. Okay, the best movies, like all of my favorite movies, were not books beforehand. They were stories that were made to be told in the big screen format. And like, yeah, it's kind of like, imagine if someone made a visual recreation of your favorite song. That is not going to be the same experience as listening to the song, even if it's made by the artist who made the song that you made. You know what I mean? Like, it's just different. It's just different, and I just feel like, yeah, yeah. Um, I'm like a boomer. I hate when any media I like gets adapted to a different format. Yeah, I just feel like it's just like I like when stories are made for the format that they're being told in, you know? It's kind of like how when we would all, before writing existed and all of our stories and heritage were passed down orally, the way that stories were told were very different than the way that a story was told in a book format, you know? Like, it's just a different format. And oftentimes when someone is creating something and they're creating something for an audience, they're thinking about how the audience is consuming that thing as they're creating it. So then when you're taking something and you're like changing it for something else, like there's just going to be changes and it's just going to be different. And oftentimes I feel like it's not as good. But like I said, there is one example, and I always say Lord of the Rings. Lord of the Rings is the only time where I'm like, okay, like the changes were actually good. Like all the changes that they made were actually to like make up for the weaker parts of the book, which is like kind of the boring parts where it was just Frodo journeying. Like you got to see more characters' perspectives in the movies, which made the movie a lot more engaging and whatnot. But there's obviously always going to be changes. Yeah, I'm like Lord. I feel like we all acknowledge, we all put respect on the Lord of the Rings movies, but I also feel like Lord of the Rings movies is such a rare case because, like, that shit looks better. Like I rewatched Lord of the Rings movies not that long ago, and like that shit literally looks better than some movies that came out today. Like I feel like the Lord of the Rings movies were also made at like a very good time where it's like camera quality and stuff was getting better. Like it doesn't look like an old movie really, but they weren't like trying to CGI everything, you know what I mean? Like so they used more practical effects and whatnot. So yeah, I will say Lord of the Rings, like it's the exception, okay? It's the exception. But like literally there's not a single other example besides Lord of the Rings movies. So I will put respect on. And the thing I also think that made Lord of the Rings so good is like you can tell that the people that were making the movies loved the books. And I think that's really important when, yeah, like I feel like there's not always that you can just tell that they really love the series and they wanted to like stay true to kind of the original source material rather than being like, how can we be inspired by the source material but make it into something that is uber mega successful and just caters to a wide audience rather than this niche little book audience? Because that's what always happens with fantasy, bro, with like nerd shit. Like, y'all know I'm into nerd shit. Obviously, a lot of nerd shit does originate from books, and I just feel like movie heads are a little different as far as what they are into, and I just feel like movies are always trying to appeal to a wider audience than books are, which usually leads the story and a lot of things, a lot of aspects of it to kind of get watered down, you know. Game of Thrones still about season 4. Yeah, no, I'm like, Game of Thrones is my favorite show of all time, but like I ignore the final seasons. I just feel like, I don't know, I'm like, I just feel like some of the motherfuckers in Hollywood, like, they just don't know how to tell a good fucking story. They're just like, how can we have this much shock factor? Like, they don't know how to do a good plot twist. Like, that's what pissed me off about Game of Thrones so much is like, I don't know. I don't know. Don't even get me started on that. um, Gandalf researching the ring took like 10 years in the book, in the movie 5 minutes. Yeah. Well, I was also like, I always use the example of like so many things like Frodo just finds out in the books, like he just finds out through someone telling him. Versus like in the movie they just show it, like when Gandalf was like being held by Saruman on like his tower and stuff. Like pretty cool scene. But like you don't see any of that in the book. Like Frodo just like hears about it and you're just like, oh, okay, I guess. So yeah, that was something that was well done, I thought. And that's something that I feel like if a book is told from a single character's perspective, I think that the movie should expand more because there's just so much. And like this is what oh my gosh, Project Hail Mary, actually, I just feel like some books, like they need to have some kind of narrator or something. Because if a book is told from a character's perspective, obviously you as the reader are privy to their thoughts. And sometimes their thoughts are different than what that character is saying. Oh my god, actually, Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes was the biggest fucking perpetrator of this. I have the book on my shelf, actually. Where like the book is told from, you know, President Snow's perspective when he was younger, and like oftentimes he would be like saying things but then acting a different way because he's a manipulative evil motherfucker, right? But in the movie, like they didn't have any kind of narrator to actually show you what his thoughts were, so like to the viewer he looked like a decent guy. He looked like a decent guy. Like you know, if you've seen Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, like there's Sejanus, which is like his friend, but he's like Snow is like a capital guy, right? He's like from the capital and everything. Sejanus is from the district. He's like new money versus old money, right? And like in the book he'd be like, this disgusting nasty district pig, like Sejanus, like why the fuck does he think that he's blah blah blah? But he's like a manipulator, right? So like to Sejanus's face, like he's nice to him and he's like trying to be friendly and blah blah blah. But like as a reader, when you're reading the book, like you know that that's a fake act, like it's an act, it's fake as fuck. But then like in the movie, like they don't have any kind of they don't have like any kind of narrator. Like I just feel like that was such a one where you have to have a narrator so that you can really see how like evil and conniving the main character Snow is, because like it's the whole thing is like it's how he became what he eventually is in the original Hunger Games trilogy. But like you don't see any of that. You don't see any, you don't get, you're literally missing half of the story, I feel like, by not having that. And that's something where I understand like it's hard to do well when you have like a narrator as far as like, you know, over whatever the character is like actually doing, like to show their thoughts. But it's just something that's oftentimes left out, which can completely change a way that the story is interpreted by the audience. And also like, I don't know, just like not just the characters being interpreted completely differently, but the whole story can like change meaning. And that's what I felt like happened in the Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, bro. So yeah. Sorry for my rant. Dune was a good movie, replaced the slow burn of espionage between the royal houses with direct conflict and warfare. That's true. Although with Dune, like the thing with sci-fi that's hard is like I like that like the sci-fi, like the science behind it is so good and interesting, but it's really hard to have that for a movie format. So like I feel like a lot of like the world building that I loved the Dune series for was left out of the movies. But the movies were still decent. Like they were good. Like I said, and like I'm not trying to like say all of these movies, like every single movie made from a book is a terrible fucking movie. Like some of them can still be decent. I'm just saying like they're just never as good as the book. You know what I mean? That's all. And that's why I love an original story. I will also say like there's, you know, there's so many stories. Like we don't need to turn books into movies. Like just tell a new story. Like, you know, take a risk. I think that's another thing is like as Hollywood becomes bigger, you know what I mean? Like they don't like taking risks, but like the risks are what's worth it, I feel like. Hey, I'm curious what camera to use. It looks so amazing. Oh, I have my, let's see. Let's see if we still have this command. Oh, there we go. That should have all of my stuff. My mic, my camera. Oh, it just takes you to my storefront. But if you like scroll down just like a little bit, you'll see stream setup. And if you click on that, you'll see my camera, my capture card. If you're like switching from a webcam to a capture card, like to a camera, make sure you get the capture card, the Elgato Cam Link 4K. Because I remember I bought my camera and I was like, now how do I connect this to my computer? And then chat was like, well, you gotta get this extra thing. And I'm like, what? So, anywho, that should have everything. I should update this though. I have a new mic and stuff now, so thanks for reminding me. I will set aside a note for myself to update this as well. Of course. Oh my gosh, good luck. Good luck on your content journey. I love this camera, I will say. I also saw another streamer using it and I was like, what camera? Did you like the Odyssey? I haven't seen it yet. I'm actually planning on reading the book and then I'll watch the movie. But like, I don't know. How long is this bitch gonna be in theaters? I have 18 hours left of my current audiobook. So I got the audiobook of the Odyssey, but I don't know if I'm gonna audiobook it because I feel like it was like there was like a deal or something. I think it was because the movie came out. But I was like, I don't know if it's gonna be a good book to audiobook, so we'll see. You haven't read the book yet? I mean, I read like parts of it and stuff when I was in high school, but I also feel like reading something for school is very different than like reading it for your own enjoyment. So like I've read like parts of it here and there, mostly for school and whatnot, but I haven't like sat down and read the whole book cover to cover. So that's what I am hoping to do. I'd rather Mistborn get an adaptation than Stormlight. Still leery of any adaptation though. Yeah, well, we'll see how it goes. I will say, like, I definitely am much less pessimistic about it than considering that Brandon Sanderson's involved, you know, the author. But I do, like I said, just always wary. I'm just not someone to get excited about my favorite books being turned into movies or shows. But like I said, maybe this can help change my perceptions. Maybe if he's involved and then everything does great and the movies and the shows do great, maybe that will lead more, you know, Hollywood producer people to start like trying to involve the authors more in the creation process, because normally it's a little contentious, you know. George R. R. Martin knows sometimes they want to be doing their own thing. Okay, sorry, we are gonna go downstairs soon, okay? We can continue doing what we're doing with our yaps, but simply moving our yap sesh to the kitchen. Because I need to start prepping my veggies. That's one of the things that I will say makes this recipe take longer to make, is there's a lot of veggies to prep. But, so like the prep work is like basically half of the work. Cooking, it's easy. I have a little veggie chopper we could use too, but... Okay. Oh, sorry. Also, when I'm scratching myself, I like get little marks. I was going like this. My shoulders are fine. Sometimes people see it and then they're like, oh, what happened to your shoulder? And I was like, oh, I was probably just scratching an itch. Oh wait, did this wrong. You guys can't know my password. It's top secret information, guys. It's top secret. Oh, right as we're about to leave, someone decides to come out. I see how it is, Bobes. How long does the recipe usually take? The recipe usually takes 45 to 50 minutes. However, whenever I'm streaming myself making something, it always takes like double the time. So that's why I'm like, I'm planning on this taking maybe like 2-ish hours, but normally it takes like 40-ish minutes. It is one of my recipes that takes a little bit more time to make, but it's also like my favorite recipe. You guys know me. I'm normally lazy chef vibes. I just like to make things kind of quick and easy, but this is one of those recipes that's just so good. I will don't dedicate the extra time, you know? Okay. Let's pivot. Oh wait, we didn't make a new word of the day. Wait, should I make a new word of the day really quick? Yes, I should. Assiduous. This word has the word ass in it. I have to admit something to you guys. I think that inside me there lives a 13-year-old boy. I'll admit it. For some reason there's like a 13-year-old little boy that lives inside me that like loves Fortnite and penis jokes, and sometimes he comes out. Can't help it. Okay, this word is an adjective. I'm gonna send it in Discord. Join my Discord server if you want to learn a new word every day. Boom. And then boom. We just got a long definition today, y'all. We stay having these. Maybe I should just add another line. There. Longer definition today, guys. Okay, today's word of the day is assiduous, showing great care, attention, and effort, marked by careful, unremitting attention or persistent application. Good word. Good word. Okay, now I think we're ready, right? You amazing ASMR. Oh my goodness, thank you. I'm working on my cooking skills now. Okay. Let me pivot us. Oh my gosh, my tattoo. Oh my gosh, I always forget that I have this. It's so fucked up looking. Oh my gosh. Oh, oh. Okay. Maybe one day I'll get my tattoo fixed, guys. Oh my gosh, what the heck? Wait, pause. Pause. Who the freak is this? Hello? Mochi? What are you doing? Why are you like pressing yourself against the door, little guy? What? What? My son. My baby boy. It looks like you guys have been pushing your hay around. You don't want to leave it in a nice pile like I put it for you? Mochi, 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 mochi. Okay, sorry. Back to business. Mochi, watch out! Watch out! I'm trying to close the door. Oh gosh, this is 81 degrees in here. Sorry guys, Mom's going downstairs, so your AC is being turned back on. Okay. Down we go. Oh wait. Sorry, I need one more thing. My phone. That is what I will be pulling up the recipe on. Oh, Morris, thank you so
content.
much.
I'm really into or don't mind half the stuff we just yapped about, but I appreciate your passions and all the variety you do. You matter heart.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Happy 11 months, so close to 1 year. Okay, let's see here. We are now downstairs. I did clean up the kitchen a bit. Oh shoot. I just realized I forgot about my lunch. I was making lunch for myself and just simply forgot. Should I finish? Maybe I'll finish really quick and then I can just put it away and have it tomorrow. I was having chicken apple sausages and rice. Yeah, I'm just gonna finish making it. was like, I should eat something before I do a long cooking stream and make myself hungry. Now it seems like I will be facing the consequences of my actions. Okay. Alrighty. Okay. Let's see. That death took a turn, more like a U-turn. I've been watching your stream. I feel like I can make a movie now. Hell yeah. Yes, this is actually movie making training. Little did you know. Wait, do you think my top is supposed to, oh, I think it's supposed to be like up here? I think it's like supposed to sit like right here, but then it just kind of keeps falling. I don't know. First time wearing this new top, so we're experimenting a bit today. Wait, now I'm too short. I don't know how I feel about the updo, guys. I'll have to admit, I'm feeling a little, like, I don't know. Bald, egg-headed. Okay, so we are going to be making some chicken biscuit pot pie today. I do need to pull up the recipe. Let me pull it up to see what we need. Hi, Brianna. Hello, how are you? Hello. How's everybody doing today, by the way? Sorry, guys. I can't remember where I kept this recipe. Where is it? Where is it? There we go. Okay, so I need carrots, onion, thyme, flour. Doo-doo-doo. Carrots, biscuit. Where's the onion? Oh, pre-chopped, I guess. Oh, because we had these in an omelet. Flour, cream cheese, garlic, chicken. Should I use my garlic today? Even though you guys were hating on my garlic. Okay, wait, what the freak is going on here? I honestly might still eat a little bit of my chicken apple sausages. I made this bowl. I'm about to eat out of this bowl and I made this bowl. You see that? That's my name. This used to be a chunk of clay. And yes, I fucked it up by flinging it off my pottery wheel, which is why it's very wonky looking. My teacher told me that it would probably break when I glazed it, but it didn't. Okay. Sorry, I want to get all the rice out so I can soak my rice cooker thing. Do, 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 do. Okay, now I can soak this. Need to wash some dishes. Okay, oh, let me get my flour. Okay. Hi, NYC. Hello. Fit is cute. Thank you. I was going for a mage look. Does it look like welcome to my tower? Does it look like I could cast a spell on you? Okay, wait. Do I need anything else from here? My chicken stock. Yep. Okay. Is this everything that we need? Butter. Oh, how could I forget that? How could I forget the butter? And then salt and pepper. Okay. Here's our ingredient lineup, guys. Kind of heard me read them all out. Okay, I am actually really hungry since I guess I just forgot about my lunch. So I might take a few bites of this. This was supposed to be my lunch. Are you guys do you feel like you're too far away? Should I bring you like here or something? But this was supposed to be my lunch. Chicken apple sausages. More like if we were doing a roleplay as a maiden at the bar. I'm not wearing like a wench outfit though. I buy these like chicken apple sausages from Costco. They come in these big packs. And I just keep them in the freezer. And then if I'm feeling like I want a lazy meal, it's kind of my go-to. Although, not a ton of veggies. Although, there's apples in the sausages. Although I was seeing something today about how apparently all the like processed meats, like sausages, hot dogs, bacon, ham, like processed meats, are now in the same carcinogenic, like which carcinogenic means gives you cancer, are in the same carcinogenic category as alcohol and cigarettes. I was like, what do you mean? I can't have my chicken apple sausages no more? like, fuck the cancer, bro. I'm having my bacon. I don't really eat a ton of processed meats, but I will say these sausages are like single-handedly like 80% of the processed meats that I have. So does that mean chicken? No, like processed. I mean, if it was like a chicken sausage, like like the sausage isn't like a part of the meat. Like steak is fine, but like the minute that you're like basically blending up the meat into its own thing, or like, and it's usually because they're like mixed with other things. But like a steak, you're just like cutting that part of the meat out, right? That's different than like a sausage or a hot dog, which is all these other parts that are kind of blended together. You know what I mean? Alcohol gives you cancer? No way. You didn't know that? Okay, yes, alcohol. Okay, alcohol is terrible for you. Like, yes, it gives you cancer. It kills you in a million different ways as well. But yes, if you did not know this, alcohol is terrible for you. It's actually one of like the worst things for you that people consume on a regular basis. Obviously, if you're drinking bleach, probably worse for you than alcohol. But as far as things that they're consuming, it doesn't mean they're equally bad. I mean, that is kind of what it means as far as like causing cancer. Just really interesting. I hope to kind of find out why though. I'm like, but I mean, come on. I feel like we've all known that like hot dogs are not good for you. Damn, how did I enjoy a party then? You just have to be okay. Potentially, like you can just because something might give you cancer doesn't mean you can't do it. Cigarettes give you cancer, and people smoke them every day. Like, life is not about being the healthiest you could possibly be. It's about balancing your health and your enjoyment of life. If something gives you a little bit of enjoyment, but it's terrible, terrible, like actually causing problems for your life, then not so great. But if you're just having a drink every now and then, like on a night out, like you're probably gonna be fine. This is also like alcohol is bad for you when you're having it very often, multiple times a week, especially if you're doing it every single day, right? Cigarettes, obviously the same kind of thing. Obviously the same thing is now being said for like sausages and bacon. All of these things, everything is fine in moderation. Okay, if someone lives a whole life super healthy and they smoke one cigarette, they're probably not going to get cancer from that, right? Most things are fine in moderation. That's basically just saying like now eat your processed meats in moderation. Don't have hot dogs every single day. Don't have bacon every single day if you want to be healthy. But you can also be like I'm just pro awareness, right? Like if you're as long as you're aware and then you're like, you know what, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck about cancer. Like I love my bacon and you just don't want to eat your bacon, that is your right. You know what I mean? That is your right. I will say just because something is not good for you doesn't mean that you can't do it at all. I just want people to be aware, you know? My kidneys like alcohol, they be partying. Gotcha. Same thing as vaping. Yeah, same thing as vaping. I would like vaping is actually like technically not as bad for you as cigarettes because it doesn't have like all the extra chemicals that are in tobacco. However, like we've talked about this on stream a lot, the reason what makes vaping oftentimes worse for people is that when they get a vape, they hit it way more often than they would smoke a cigarette. Because think about it, like to smoke a cigarette, you have to like go outside and like do like it's a whole thing, right? Versus a vape, you can just, you know what I mean? So like that's usually why vaping sometimes can end up being worse for people because they're hitting the vape way more than they did the cigarettes before. Does that make sense? So too much of anything can be bad for you. Too much of water can be bad for you. You can die from drinking too much water. Overhydration is a thing. So everything in moderation, which is why it's good to know your limits and all that jazz. How do you say the word of the day? Assiduous. Assiduous. Sorry, I'd be forgetting about the overlay a little bit. Okay. I ate a few bites. I'm no longer starving to death, and I can now begin cooking. Cooking. Num 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 num. Depends on the person and what you consider as fun or healthy. Well, I mean, there is science to kind of back up what is healthy and whatnot. I mean, everybody's body is different, though, like it also depends on lifestyle and whatnot. But yes, what you think of as fun. Yes, that's what I'm saying. Like, there's no right way to live life, guys, okay? There's no right way to live life, okay? Life is about finding what works for you, finding the balance that works for you, what your own values are, what you want to pursue. I just think that sometimes when it comes to, especially people who value health, I think that they just are like, everyone should think this is the most important thing when like I'm like, yes, I want to be healthy, but I also want to enjoy my life. Like I'm never going to be someone that like doesn't does everything, lives every moment in the name of health. Like I don't know, like I feel like you guys know what I'm talking about. Like there's definitely weird, like you can kind of see them on social media, like they're very vocal about their lifestyle, but there's a lot of people that are just way too focused on health, in my opinion, to the point that they're like barely living their life. And I think a lot of people in my generation kind of fall into that, or then they have like no social life or anything because they're just like always trying to be on their grind and end up being really lonely, you know what I mean? So that's all I'm trying to say is yes, like balance. I just want to preach balance, that's all, you know. Okay, let's start prepping. Like I said, the prep work is what takes the longest usually. Of course, I can yap with you guys as we prep. Should I just bring you guys over here? Excuse me. Or meh. Sorry, I'm always struggling with the camera setup here. I'm gonna bring the phone over here so I can read your guys' messages. Okay, there we go. Mango jewel pods. I was more of a menthol or mint jewel pod girl. Yeah, I have such a slow-based metabolism. Really, yeah, I feel like, well, everyone's metabolism slows down as they age. I'm doing the keto diet, lost 100 pounds in 7 months. Oh, wow, congrats. I hear the keto diet can be a little difficult. Are you liking it? Or are you just like, I'm putting up with it for now? Okay, I'm gonna prep our veggies, guys. Sorry, so many phones. I got a phone for chat. I got a phone for the recipe. Yeah, I think I only really have to cut the carrots right now. I need 6 ounces of carrots. This is 16 ounces. So I need a little less than half, I guess. I will say this recipe obviously does normally call for celery. However, I do not like celery. So I'm leaving it out. So I'm gonna add a few extra carrots. It's okay. Fish and eggs. Ooh, I love fish. So you can have like salmon. I'm like, if you can have salmon, like that's all you need. At least for me, I love salmon. I feel like you, a life coach, you'd be teaching me how to live right. Well, no, that's part of what I always try to say though, is like I don't believe there's a right way to live, and I want people to, you know, find their own path in life. I think that there's way too many people on the internet who are like, I know the right way to live. I've unlocked the hacks. 10 things you need to do right now to live your life the best, like, you know. And I don't know about y'all, but sometimes I'm burnt out on that kind of stuff. Oh wait, before we get too deep into this, I will wash my hands. I just think for me, I think it's good to choose a life that aligns with your values. That's what I believe, you know. So I feel like most of my preachiness or whatever is just basically like stay true to your heart, which is like pretty vague, but also it's because I don't believe that there's a right way to live. Yeah, like I said, I just feel annoyed with those people sometimes. So Walmart has all this cup stuff clearance now. I'm cleaning up. Good, yeah. Oh my goodness. I don't even have values. You don't even have values. Guys, should I use my cutter thing? Eh, it's probably fine. Oh wait. I wish I could make the chat bigger. That's a striking hair clip. Thank you. I got it in Thailand when I went a couple years ago. Yeah, celery tastes very icky. Yeah, no, I don't like the taste of celery. And I feel like it's one of those things too, where it's like, because like sometimes it's like I don't like individual things, but like I'll still put them in the recipe because like it'll taste good with everything else. But I feel like celery has like a really distinct flavor where it's like if it's in something, you can just like really taste it. You know what I mean? That's how I feel about tequila. You're always gonna kind of taste it. So if you don't like that flavor, yeah. Versus there's other things where it's like, you know, I don't really like this thing by itself, but as long as it's not having a super strong flavor, like to the point that it's taking over the dish flavor, then I'm chill with it, you know? Walmart, oh, I read that. You make sushi. Oh my gosh, that's so cool. My freedom is a little constricted, so I can't really make my own path in life quite yet. Understandable. Do you still live out with your parents? Yeah, no, that was like me when I was living with my parents. But don't worry, one day I believe you will be able to have the independence that you want and will be allowed to do the things you want to do. And unfortunately, a lot of things you don't want to do. That is one of the unfortunate aspects of adulthood. Lots of things you don't want to do. Never ending chores, bills, blah, blah, blah. Cheap tequila, no bueno. I just don't like the flavor of tequila, so I'm like, cheap, expensive, I don't give a fuck. I've had some very nice tequilas before, and honestly, they all fucking taste the same to me. When it comes to alcohol, I am just not a connoisseur like that. I'm just gonna hold my breath and take that shot. And I will say, I do feel like I don't try to have like the cheapest alcohol because I feel like then you just kind of like feel shitty afterwards, you know? So that is probably my main motivator for like enjoying nicer alcohols when I have the opportunity. It's like supposed to be cleaner or whatever, you know? But I'm not drinking alcohol for the taste when I'm drinking it. Straight up. I'm not diehard about soccer, but $5 body pillows and 30. Oh, wow. That sounds like a good bargain. News was just saying how alcohol sales are dropping fast. Bruh, no, for real, like nobody be fucking drinking anymore. I told y'all when I had my housewarming party and I was like, don't bring me any housewarming gifts, just bring yourself and a bottle of whatever you want to get fucked up on. Like that's all I wanted was people to just just to get drunk. I'm like, oh, should I have like a party? And like so many people came and were like, oh yeah, like I don't drink. I'm not drinking. I don't drink. I mean, fine, live your life, but like, come on now. I'm trying to have a shindig. No, I'm not doing peas this time. This recipe actually doesn't call for peas, but it'd probably be pretty good. But, you know, I won't peer pressure peeps into it, but that is partially why I feel like parties be dead AF now, because everyone's just stone cold sober standing around. And it's like, I just feel like if you're gonna be sober and go to a party, like at least like have fun. Like at least be like fun when you're sober. Like is that asking too much? Like cuz I don't think like I wouldn't give a fuck if like if everyone in a party was sober, if everyone was also like dancing and talkative and blah blah blah, but like I don't know if this is a crazy thing to say, but you can always tell who the sober people are at the party. um Cause yeah, I also like I know some people where it's like they are sober, but like they can go out and like they don't like they're still on the same vibe as everyone. You know what I mean? Like, and those are my favorite kind of sober people. But there's a lot of sober people that are just they kind of just feel like vibe kills a little bit sometimes. Sometimes, not all, not all. Like I said, but motherfuckers don't even dance because it's cringe. No, literally, like at my housewarming, I made like I literally here. Wait, I had it here, and I like moved like the dining table and stuff so that this whole area. I should not be holding this knife like that, but so that this whole area was like open for like a dance floor. I like hung like a disco ball from my like ceiling and stuff. No one was dancing. I kept trying to like get people to dance, and like no one was fucking dancing. I was like, I even curated specifically a disco like dancey music playlist in hopes. But you know, that's just the way the cookie crumbles, I guess. I dance in the grocery store when my song hits. I don't care. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm always dancing. I'm always dancing around my house. I dance in the shower. I I like to dance. Dancing's so freeing. It's so human. It's so fun. I'm like, who cares if you're like, I'm a terrible dancer. Okay, context. I'm also a terrible dancer. So like, whenever I tell people, or like when people say, like, "Oh, I don't like to karaoke because I'm a bad singer," like, bro, the point of karaoke is to like have fun. Like, it's not to be good. Like, if you're trying to be good, like that's when you like, I don't know, take singing lessons or something. But karaoke is just about having fun, bruh. I think an easy way to get people riled up, regardless of sober or not, is to bring competition, like a house, do Mario Kart. See, but then you just have everyone sitting around a screen. Like that's not what I want. I don't want people on their screen on a screen. And I agree. Like I mean, game nights are fun, but that's a different kind of fun than like people being drunk as fuck at a house party dancing. That's a very both are fun. You know what I mean? But it's a different kind of fun, and I can enjoy them both. But okay, almost done here. Oh, I am supposed to preheat the oven actually. Preheat oven to 425. Bake. Yay. Only millennials, boomers dance, bro. Wait, what do you mean? Or massive border card game, table game. See, but that's the thing. Like, that's a completely different thing now. Like, that's not a party. That's a game night, which again is fun. I went to a game night this past Saturday. I had so much fun. This past Sunday, I had so much fun. But like, that's just a completely different kind of party. That's a lights on party. And like, also yes, like that's the kind of party that you have with people that I guess I don't know, and maybe this is also because like when I was in college, I feel like there were so many parties where you would just go, you wouldn't know everyone would be drinking and dancing, and it'd be so fun, and like I don't know, and I feel like I always thought like I thought that college was supposed to be the pregame for the true partying that would happen in adulthood, right? Like fucking millennials gotta have it. Millennials gotta have it. I'm like throwing a tantrum. Millennials gotta hear Kesha in the club, bro. Like, I know millennials were going out in adulthood and getting fucking crazy in the club, and like my generation don't be fucking doing that shit at all. Like, God forbid a girl wants to just freaking throw it down on the dance floor and like have a good freaking time. But, you know, it's fine. I'm trying my best. I find my party friends here and there. That's one thing I love about collabing with Lychee, Serena. I feel like we both like to go out and have a good time. You know what I mean? Which is very rare nowadays in our generation. Like I said, it's hard to find people that are also like like moderate partiers, because I feel like there's so many people I know that are just like sober. They don't go out. They don't go to the club at all. They don't go out. Blah blah blah. Which again, that's fine. But and then like I also know people that are like going out every single like not every single night, but like every week. Like usually like Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Like they're always going out. Like they're too crazy. Because again, y'all know me. I'm going. So we circling back to me preaching about balance again and everything in moderation. And I think obviously there are people who get too into the partying and whatnot, and those people, I fear that those are the people that scare the sober people into being sober, because I feel like there's definitely people that like see those people that are like like alcoholics basically, and they're like, well, I don't want to end up like that, so I'm not going to do anything that they do. And then they're kind of on the other extreme side of the spectrum now, where I'm like, where's my people in the middle? Where's my people that can have a cozy, fun little craft night and crochet, or like talk about politics or social issues, and then we could hit the club and be dancing afterwards and shit, Like, that's what I like. Okay, I think we're officially done with the prep part, because our onions are already chopped. because I had an omelet last weekend. So we have our onion, we have our carrots, and now, wait. I think I need to cut up the chicken thighs. Okay, I'm just gonna put these in here. I don't know why I thought I was doing the veggies first. Okay, I'm actually just gonna push this to the side because these will be cooked. So if they touch a little bit of raw chicken, it's fine because the carrots are gonna be cooked anyways. So anything that gets on them will get cooked off. Sorry, aren't you not supposed to cut chicken on a cutting board or whatever? On a wooden cutting board? I always forget that. Okay, microplastic maxing, here we come. Microplastic maxing, here we go. Okay, should I make this in my Dutch oven? I never use it. Where is it? Sorry, y'all, moving you. The thing is my Dutch oven is super deep, so I guess no. That's probably too much. Well, actually, it's fine. I never get to use my Dutch oven. I love it. Okay. Definitely bigger than what we need, but I never use my Dutch oven. And we're gonna have to bake this after we make it anyways. So I could have either dirtied a dish, dirtied a pan and a baking dish, or just the Dutch oven. Okay, onion or my chicken is patted dry for the most part. And this recipe does call for chicken breasts. However, I am using chicken thighs because I feel like they are more flavorful. They're so tiny though. What the heck? There we go. Okay, so now I'm going to chop these up and then we're gonna cook them. How is everybody doing today? Anybody? Let's see, what's today? Tuesday? Wait. Should I cut this actually? I'm struggling. It's Tuesday, bruv. It's Tuesday. Oh, goodness. Boom. Okay, I'm just gonna throw the chicken in there. The stove is not on yet, and I am just cutting these into bite-sized pieces. I guess here. I will come and bring you guys a little bit closer. Like that. Hello Kohanim. He is back. Who is back? Oh my goodness. I feel like with an updo you can really see if I have bad posture. Sorry guys, I am a gamer. I don't know what to tell you. I have a gamer hunchback a bit. What can I do? Got a Mexican pizza for $1. Good times. Ooh, good times indeed. $1, like a whole pizza or just like a slice? Feels like a steal. Do 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 do. Okay. Oh my goodness. Beep. I feel like I'm not cutting these pieces small enough, low key. Mexican pizza is a Taco Bell item? Oh. Oh, my bee. I see. Dude. Gosh. I need to sharpen my knives or something. I've also had these knives for a while. Okay. Oh, freaking battling. I hate cutting up meat. Like chicken specifically. It's such a pain. Feels so gross. Okay. Boom. I was getting those at like 7. Yeah. Damn. Honestly, I'm pretty loyal to my Taco Bell order. I always get a Doritos cheesy gordita crunch. Although I've started getting their like crispy chicken taco things that they got too. But I guess people have been avoiding Taco Bell because they had their lettuce problem. Oh, thank you oven. Thank you stove. OMG. Let's see. What shall we yap about, guys? I feel like I'm. I think I might have to get TikTok again, guys. I feel like I have not as much stuff to yap about now that I've been purging myself from TikTok. I feel like TikTok is always where I would like see random ass shit, and I'd be like, "So, did you guys see this? What do you think? Like, what's going on in the world?" I feel like I know nothing. Any new content creator or streamer drama going on that I might not know about? Oh my goodness. I feel like now that Streamer University is over, it's like things are back to chill. I was like, did the oven and stove stop or something? Oh no, it was just telling me that it was done preheating itself. That's all. Create your own drama. Okay, good idea. What should I do, guys? What should I do? I'm like, my life is like too chill and peaceful right now. Maybe I need to do something to do something dramatic just so I can have something to talk about. Just kidding. Mizkif bought ads on a channel to flame them? What? Okay, interesting. Spill the tea? Bruh, I ain't got no tea to spill. Like, I ain't got no tea to spill. My life is pretty chill. It's also one of the negative things about being an adult. It's like, I feel like when you're young, there's always something to fucking talk about, like drama. Did you see? But also, I think this is partially connected to me not having TikTok anymore, like I said. Now I just think about what I got going on the day. Well, I'm going to be taking my second test for my martial arts class today, actually, to get my second stripe on my white belt. So I'm excited for that. I haven't been journaling as much recently, but I journaled this morning. because I had a lot on my mind. Oh, well, I was kind of thinking after our convo yesterday, and you guys are right. Twitch chat was right. I was wrong. Okay. I am like, can people just stop judging, thinking that they know me based off the way what I wear, blah blah blah. And I was really thinking. I was like, I used to really recognize the power of portraying who you are before you open your mouth via what you wear. And anyways, that's kind of what I was journaling about today. Was that I forgot that, but I want to remember, and that um, basically I need to stop pulling from cottagecore inspo for my outfits, since unfortunately the trad wives gotta claim that aesthetic, and start leaning more into, like, I don't know, like a boho kind of ish vibe, maybe, or like mystical. I want people, maybe that should be a goal of mine, is that basically instead of just wearing whatever I think looks good, which is kind of what I've been doing, which is fun, now I should try on working on basically using my sense of style as a way to kind of portray who I am. So that way, if people are gonna judge me based off of hello, just fucking stuff. Oh my god. Mm. Sorry. I am now starting the cooking part. Okay, so I've added our raw chicken in here. Just salted it. So now I am mixing it. This is after being patted dry. This will let your seasonings stick to your meat better. So if you feel like whenever you're cooking meats and all the seasonings falling off into the pan and not staying on, try patting your meat dry beforehand next time. Little hack. And then I'm gonna add a little bit of oil to help everything get a nice little coat and also not stick as much. Okay, so now we're gonna cook this until the chicken is browned all over. Cool. I'm watching Big Brother. That's kind of a drama place right there. Everyone's talking behind each other's backs. Like Love Island, kind of. I guess it's like hard for me to be invested in like reality TV show drama because I'm like, I don't know these people and I literally don't care about them. Like I've tried to watch Love Island a few times and like I'm always like, I just don't care. But like I want to care. I kind of want to care. Okay. I'm gonna wash my hands one more time after touching all that chicken stuff. I hear it starting to sizzle. Hi, Pedro. Hello. How is not knowing the person different from non-reality show? Because reality shows are boring. I feel like you know a person more in a reality show than most shows. Yeah, but like, that's what. Wait, what do you mean? I just feel like I don't. I mean, it is different. I also like don't really watch. Like, what are you saying? In comparison to what? Like, I don't watch. Big Brother has cameras on 24/7. Yeah, I don't watch any of this stuff. I'm gonna be honest. I don't watch Love Island. I don't watch Big Brother. And like the shows that I watch, yeah, I'm like reality show is not even that organic, but like I do feel like the shows that I like to watch are like fantasy or sci-fi or like have shit going on that's not reality. Like I don't like to watch sitcoms or anything that's just about normal people living life because I'm just like why would why would I care, I guess, a little bit. But like I don't know, I've heard a lot of good arguments for Love Island of like it helps you kind of see what's going on with the youth, where their minds are at and whatnot. Because they're always like, what? Like 20, 21 years old. So you can kind of see the mindset of the youth. It's good for some little psychology, social analysis, sociology vibes a little bit. I don't know. I guess I just haven't been like as into TV or anything lately. But I guess I want to, but I don't know why. I've just been reading. That's really all I've been doing. But let's see. There are a lot of good things out there that excite me. I like pottery, I like art. I've been really enjoying my martial arts and stuff. So I guess doing all of these things has led me to watch a lot less TV. So I guess I feel like when I watch TV, like I want it to be like good. Like I want to feel like invested or whatever, you know? Big Brother is also a competition show. Love Island isn't really. I thought Love Island, like they vote people off and then there's like a winner who wins money at the end. And that's why they have those like freaked out ass challenges. Hey Kailey, how many piercings do you have? 2? 4? Technically, I guess. I have my doubles pierced. I don't know if you can even see them, but I like never wear them and I think they're closed up, so I don't know if they count anymore. So that would basically just be my ears then. What's making you feel good on TV right now? Nothing. That's what I'm trying to say though. I'm like, I haven't really been watching TV. I'll watch like a movie here and there, but like, I just feel like every time I try to watch TV, I'm just like, mid, mid. I just need some, I don't know. What am I watching? I have been watching Mad Men, which I loved actually. Actually, I loved Mad Men. Okay, that's a show that I loved. Mad Men was amazing. Was I say, because now I'm on to the later seasons. I can only imagine it was so successful, and then now we're at the point where Hollywood execs are trying to call some shots because now I'm on like what, like season 6 or something, and like it's like not as good as it was, unfortunately. Unfortunate. But yeah, I really did like Mad Men. At least the first couple seasons I thought were amazing. I've been watching House of the Dragon. I haven't watched the newest one though, newest episodes, so no spoilers. But I've been liking the third season more than the second season. The second season I feel like was just straight up boring. So I'm like, at least there's things happening in this season. But I don't know. It's been decent. It's been decent for sure. Just not as good as Game of Thrones because there's only one fucking family to follow. Like Game of Thrones was good because there were like so many characters, so many storylines, so many families that are being followed throughout the show, and like so many interweaving timelines. Like this one is just like one family split into two sides that are just fighting each other. Hi Evie, hello. How's it going? It's going well. We're making chicken biscuit pot pie. I'm currently cooking the chicken. Oh wait, should I make you guys tall so you can see into my Dutch oven? Here. Just a wench cooking it up in the oven, eh? Should we raise the heat a bit more? I need our chicken to turn brown. It's starting to cook now though. Slayed with the claw clip as well. Oh, thank you. I can never get to be the tasteful spiky bits, instead end up looking like, yeah, no, it took a lot of fiddling around in the mirror. It took a lot of fiddling around the mirror just for me to also still hate it, but you know, I'm trying to be a little bit more adventurous with my hairstyles. I feel like also with cooking, I'm like, at least you guys can see, like, look, I have hair. Like guys, I have hair. I'm not bald, I swear. But I will say, if you have, I don't know how long your hair is, but I like tied it in a ponytail with a hair tie. Like if I try to do this with just a claw clip, it will just like fall out because my hair is really long right now. That's kind of what happened. I did like a style swap stream on Friday. If any of you guys saw that with Lychee, and we tried to do this hairstyle, but only with the claw clip, and it just was like a battle. But I like tied my hair into a ponytail and then kind of like twisted it and then clipped it so that it's not like sagging down. You know what I mean? So if you have like longer hair, I would definitely recommend like tying it into like a ponytail first, which is like a hair tie, and then kind of like twisting it into like the cute claw clip style bun. Oh wait. Let the chicken stay in one spot to brown up faster. Okay, true. Sorry. I just like the stirring. It's just so fun to stir. Oh shoot. What did I just do? I'm watching the 4 block screen, but have you seen the one where the guy with tattoos and black hair, he's ahead of the house? Wait, what? I don't know. Or I do a perfect first try without looking when I'm putting it up hastily for practical reasons? No, literally. That's always how it goes with hair, I feel like. Hi, LP. Hello. How are you? Yeah, my hair is not as long as yours, so it doesn't need the extra support. It makes perfect sense that yours needs the hair tie. Yeah. Well, I'm like, even if you're having troubles, at least then you don't have to like keep trying to redo this part of your hair. You can just focus on the bun part looking good, if that makes sense. Wing Zero, thank you so much for the tier 1. Happy 38 months. Thank you. I appreciate that. Heart. Hi, counting backwards. Hello. Hey, Kailey, what kind of piercings do you want next? None. I don't think any. I feel like yeah, none. I don't really like, I have a phobia of needles. So I have one tattoo that I got with my friends that is probably the only tattoo I'm ever gonna get. And I'm probably not gonna get any more tattoos or piercings, honestly. But you know, never say never. Maybe when I'm like older, I'm just like, fuck it. Okay, this is just not browning. Sorry. I keep petition to bring back curly/wavy hair, Kailey. You mean how I literally have my hair all the time? What are you talking about? What do you mean she's literally always around? This is like my first time wearing an updo in like months and months and months. Any show your parents watch that you watch with them? No, I don't watch TV with my family. I don't live with my family. All the women seem cool, but they can always turn on people. Wait, what? Oh, you're talking about a show. Hi Pedro. Hello. No, the curls. Yes, the curls are coming back when I cut my hair in the fall. Like I literally can't do the blowout with my hair as long as it is right now. Like you guys know my favorite. I love a big bouncy curly blowout, but I literally can't because my hair's too long, which is why I normally have my hair wavy now because I can do the waves. But yeah, I'm having my long hair summer. Trust, I'm already kind of annoyed with the long hair, and after my Italy trip at the end of August, then I'm gonna go back to my usual length, which is like around this length. Still longer, I would think longish on the longer side, mid-length, technically. So then I can do my big blowouts, and I can do all my fun hairstyles again. I've been enjoying the long hair summer, but like, it does really kind of limit the things. Like, I feel like when you have long hair, like, that is the hairstyle, because it's just like too much to do anything else with it, really. Do you see any live? Oh, sorry. I'm thinking of this one focus stream where you looked like a beach girl. Oh, Updo looks great. Also, that pan's really nice. Thank you. Yeah, my little Dutch oven. I know, I'm like, what I'm making is not, like, this is definitely too big for it. Okay, wait, it's starting to get stuck. Okay, you know what? I think this is browned enough. I don't want to overcook. It's hot. Okay. I'm gonna say, browned enough. A little splatter of oil came up and got me. Another piece that I made, a moment of appreciation. I made this. You can kind of see my name. I made this. Yeah, I made this or whatever. Okay, wait, let me turn down the heat. Fuck. Yeah. It's all like stuck. Wait, this might be too small. I just need to transfer it off, bruh. Sorry, I could have gotten some tongs or something to get these out a little faster, but we're just scooping these little things out bit by bit. I'm just scooping it out bit by bit. Do. Okay. Boom. Carrots. Sorry, I should not have done that. Do not put oil into a pan and throw things in. Okay, I just had a little splash me. Always gotta cook with patience. 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 I just threw the carrots in and a little oil splashed me, that's all. It's okay. I'm okay. I'm not horribly disfigured. I hope. Just a little splashes. Okay. Adding a little bit more salt into here. A little bit more oil. And now mix. Sorry for anyone's eardrums as well. OMG. I don't think us needle phobia peeps will ever say F it. Yeah, that's why I'm like, maybe I'll get like one or two more or something like that. Like, but I don't think I'm not gonna be tatted up. But a bunch of my friends are like building sleeves. Like my friends that I got the matching tattoos with, like two of them are building sleeves and stuff. My other friend, she just has like a lot of tattoos. I feel like all my friends have like a lot of tattoos. It'll cook a lot in the oven too. Yeah, that's why I was like, I wanted to take it off. I didn't want to overcook it because we're also gonna put it back in the oven. That's the final part of the final step. I'm going back to my course tonight. I'm so excited. Oh my gosh, yay. The only thing is my studio is super small and they don't have a big glaze wall like your place does. I think when I start glazing, if I get a membership, I'll have to buy my own glaze or go to a bigger studio. Yeah. Well, honestly, like good for the basics, I'll say, because I feel like glazing is like, it's better that a studio has like a few glazes that are easy to use. Cause like the first studio that I went to, it was like they had way less glazes, like a fraction of the glazes of like the place I go to now. But all of those glazes were like more stable, I felt like, versus I've like kind of had a lot more bad glaze jobs at my new studio because they have more glazes, but like not all of them are as stable, i.e. like not beginner friendly, if that makes sense. So yeah, but I will say there's like, I would recommend, well, I don't know, it depends what kind of pieces you want to make, but a lot of people do underglazing, which like most studios, like you always have to buy your own underglaze. And that's how you can like actually like paint designs and stuff. And then you just have to use if the studio you're going to has a clear glaze, which all of them should, then that's all you really need from them. So if you want to like buy your own glazes, you can always buy like your own underglazes and then just use like and then you can like actually like paint more designs on it. Like I'm just really lazy, so I just do like dunk glazes, like regular glazes, but like when you see people that make like really cool designs on their pottery and stuff, like actual like pictures and like use a lot of colors, like usually those are people that are using more underglazes and stuff. Okay, yeah. Our veggies are softening quick. Food looks good. Thanks, it's smelling good now. Did you watch Night of the Seven Kingdoms? I did. I love Night of the Seven Kingdoms, actually. I took a ceramics class in junior high. It was forever ago, but I still remember loving it. I know I've been loving it recently. I've been doing ceramics for like a little while now. Although I don't know, it's like I've only started consistently going since like this past summer. Before that, I've done like a few classes here and there. Yes, it def has a clear glaze. I think I have to buy my own glazes. I'm happy to paint designs. I also love more special / unique glazes, especially ones that give that earthy vibe. Ooh, yeah. That's what I'm saying too. I'm like, you can also just like combine glazes to create unique combinations and stuff. Like the glaze wall that you see, like that's not like each of those are a glaze. Like it's like this is what these two glazes combined looks like. So it looks like it's a lot, but it's not actually it's only like as many. I don't know if I'm doing a good job explaining this, but like the glaze wall at my place, it looks way bigger because it's showing all the glaze combinations versus like the studio I went to, like it had like a decent amount of glazes, but like they didn't show the glaze combinations, and they usually wouldn't let like students do glaze combinations. They'd be like, you have to at least complete a course before you can start combining glazes. Because that's when you start to have like really, because you just never know how the glazes are going to react with each other. Like it's not like paints where you're like, I want a purple, so I'm going to mix a blue and a red. Like that's not how glazes work. And you can probably ask your instructor, because that was something that I was really curious about, and I was like asking my instructor a million questions, and she was actually pretty knowledgeable, and she was like, I'm like, I'm pretty new. Like I feel like she actually, my instructor for my ceramics class that I did, she like studied, oh my gosh, she like majored in ceramics in college, so she like actually knew a lot about like the technical knowledge of it. And yeah, it was really cool being able to pick her brain. You could tell that she was like excited to talk about that stuff, because obviously like most people are not like asking those kind of questions. They're just trying to learn their shit, you know. Um. Tracks. Yeah, just. Oh, are you ready? I clipped it. It's so funny. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to watch that after. I'm just say buy my own underglaze. Okay, yeah. I have to do a lot of experimenting. Yeah, I will say glazing is like the hardest thing for me. I don't know why. Like I always be struggling in the glazing. Yeah, I remember glaze changing colors completely in school, and I was like, damn, I was expecting you to change, but holy shit. Yeah, no, like sometimes the glaze like looks like red and then it comes out green. It's so interesting. Oh, thank you, Pedro. You can major in ceramics? Yes. What do you mean? There's people who like get degrees in all kinds of art. And like obviously like getting any kind of art degree is very different, but like ceramics, there's a lot of chemistry that's involved into it. Like being able to make your own glazes like literally is involving chemistry. Like it's a very I don't know if you know this, but a lot of science is involved in the creation of arts at an advanced level. At an advanced level, again, at an advanced level. And usually to like apply for these programs, it's different than applying as like, I don't know, a freaking business major, like what I was, right? They have to like submit a portfolio and show that they have more than the basics down and that they're ready for that more advanced education. But I will say, like in ceramics, there's a ton of chemistry that's involved. And I'm sure every art is like different and whatnot. But, I feel like that's one thing I love about art. I've always been like a math and science girl. I feel like I never really viewed myself as a creative person. But as I've been kind of getting into more creative hobbies, I've been really appreciating like the science behind a lot of the art that's involved. And that was like the one thing I loved talking about with my teacher was like, because she would always be like kind of explaining like the chemistry behind like what we were doing. Like you could tell she was like really passionate about that kind of stuff. But then like obviously most people like don't care. Because like yeah, a lot of it has to do with like also like when you're forming the clay, like water has memory, so like you can't like bend something one way and then bend another way or else it's gonna break. She would like be talking about like the ionization of like the atoms like within the clay as you're like doing different kinds of things to it. Like all of that stuff like literally has an impact. Um, and again, this is like when you're getting more advanced and as you're trying to make more like complex ceramics, then you have to pay attention to that kind of stuff, or else you might not know why things are happening. Okay, sorry, let me check now. until softened. Add garlic. Okay. I'm using garlic today. Sorry. Sorry to all the pro chefs in chat. Okay. Now we are adding our butter. And how much butter? 2 tablespoons of butter, they say. Eyeballing that. We will be needing more butter later. Hold on, I need some space. I'm feeling cramped. Okay. Okay, so then I have to add in the flour. And we need 2 tablespoons of flour after the butter is melted, it says. Melt, melt, melt. Okay. Oh, I'm running low. You like my label maker that I got? I like to label things. 1, 2. Okay, and I gotta mix it, mix it, mix it, mix it, mix it, mix it. You guys kind of see what I'm doing? I made you guys as tall as I can. Yeah, that's as tall as you are. You can kind of see it. Okay, so then cook for 1 minute. 1 1/4 cup swad. Okay. Now let me catch up on you guys. OMG. Love a good resource. Heck yeah. Glazing makes the finished product looks incredible. Yeah. Hey, Kailey, do you have abs? I would not say I do. It's why baking is so easy to fuck up because you're basically doing a science experiment in it. No, exactly. Like, baking is fucking like a science for real. Yeah, that's why I like cooking. I like that cooking's a little bit more freestyle. Did you put more work into the cyber deck? I got some stuff and like I kind of was, but honestly, I was just having so much on my plate. It felt like a lot to add a whole new hobby in. So I do want to return to working on my cyber deck stuff at some point and really continue making things. But like between having ceramics and pottery and stuff, I was just feeling a little overwhelmed. Hold on, why do I have this like so close to the edge? But I will be returning. I know, that was definitely something I really fell off on. I apologize. Okay. I never hear the term water is memory until yesterday, and I've heard it twice. What is going on? Oh, really? Well, it is true. It is true. Water has memory. 2, 3, 4, 5. Boom. 5/4 makes 1 1/4. I'm overthinking chat again, Keely. Do you have any advice on how not to do that? Where you're overthinking chat or you're just overthinking? Here's what I'll say. Whenever I have a lot on my mind, I journal. I know that's like such a cheesy advice, and journaling doesn't help everybody, but it's really helpful for me. And like, I feel like if you watch my streams, you know, my mind be going, going, going. Like today, I was just really having a lot of stuff on my mind, good or bad, right? Good or bad, whatever. I used to only journal when I was in a bad mood. Now I just journal whenever I feel like I have a lot on my mind. Maybe it's something I'm excited about, maybe it's something I'm anxious about, whatever it is, right? And journaling is just truly so helpful for me. I used to journal every single morning. I haven't been being as good with it as I want to, which is maybe why I've been having a little bit more of a frazzled energy about me lately. But I truly do feel like journaling is something that really helps. I just kind of word vomit when I'm journaling. Like I feel like some people kind of overthink the journaling, like journaling, like oh blah, blah, blah. Like I literally am just like train of thought writing whatever is going on in my head, and like afterwards, like I do always feel better, and it's always so crazy because like I'll just be having like a terrible freaking day or something, and then I'll be like what's journaling gonna do, blah blah blah. But then if I do journal, I'm like, wait, I actually do kind of feel better, you know? It's kind of like when someone's like, oh, like go for a walk, right? When you're like depressed and you're like, what the fuck is a walk gonna do? And then you're like on a walk and you're like hearing some birds chirping and you're like, right, you know. That's how I feel like journaling is. But yeah, chat, anyone, feel free to contribute your advice to help with overthinking. When I got a label maker, I started putting labels on things that definitely didn't need labels just so I could print a label. Me too. But it's fun. I feel like it makes things feel more organized, even if they're not technically doing anything, you know? Makes sense. They're your hobbies. Another vote for journaling over here. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, journaling really is, it just has like such a big impact on me. And I feel like, I don't know, sometimes I also think like that's one reason why I really like journaling regularly too is because like so I kind of am in a point where I'm like I'm only journaling when I have a lot of stuff on my mind, but I want to go back to journaling like every day because I feel like, wait, sorry, I think I need to add the chicken stock now, right? Oh shoot. Wait, I low-key kind of effed up a bit. It's okay. I'm going to bring this to a boil now. I forgot that I'm not using stock concentrate and I'm using chicken stock, which means I shouldn't have added the water that I added. But I'm just gonna cook off the extra water and stuff. It's just gonna take a little longer. And luckily we only have the veggies in here right now, so nothing should get overcooked. Worst case scenario, my carrots are a little mushy, but that's kind of how I like them. Okay, whoopsie-doo. I'm gonna now bring this to a boil and try to evaporate the excess water. I need to edit my recipe because I haven't been. I've overthinking about solving an easy, fun problem that's unrelated. Oh. I have journaled, but I haven't opened in a while. I should probably try journaling more. Yeah. I will say, like, I feel like also that's why I kind of like to just kind of have it as part of my daily routine. It's kind of like a little, like, 10 minutes every day to check in with yourself. That's kind of how I view journaling. Like, intentional time that I'm setting in, check in on myself. I'm usually just journaling about whatever I have on my mind. Sometimes I'm journaling and I try to always just do at least one page. So I'm like, that's kind of my minimum where I'm like, I do at least one page, which is like really quick. It goes by quick because I also feel like when you're like scrolling, you know. But sometimes I have a lot on my mind. I'll be journaling multiple pages and stuff. But I think it's good to kind of have intentional time every day that you set aside for yourself. For some people, that's meditating. Some people maybe they get that at the gym if you're just like in the zone. But I don't know. I feel like gym, you're kind of like focused on the workout. So it's kind of like intentional time where you're like, how am I feeling? Like, what's on my mind? Why am I thinking about this? I feel like that's like sometimes I have a lot of things on my mind when I'm journaling. I'm always like, this is what's on my mind. Like, why am I thinking about this? And then I might be like guessing or whatever. Maybe it's because of this. No, actually, that doesn't make any sense. Blah, blah, blah. You know? It's kind of like getting to know yourself time. Show it for some, it's so important to as compulsory tasks. You don't want to start making yourself feel guilty if you skip out on it. Yeah. No, it's kind of like taking care of yourself and like, you know, like I said, I'm not always great with it as well. My brain loves handwritten words. I write with a pen and pencil every single day. Me too. No, I'm a very physical writing girl. Like I have a physical planner. I physically write out my journal. Like, I feel like, well, there is a lot of science behind physically writing things out. It does alter your brain in a different way. Like, you're much more likely to remember things that you physically write out than you just type. So that's why it's like oftentimes if you're taking notes on something or whatever, it is recommended to physically write them out because you're just not going to actually get as much cognitive benefit from not from typing, unfortunately. Plus, we all type all the time. I feel like writing is a lot more like fine motor skills, you know? You know. Hey, Claire, are you really stop ask? Okay, I'm sorry, but like that's a weird ass question. Some of your other questions, I've just been like, okay, like not as weird. Now we're starting to get into the weird territory. That's a weird thing to ask someone. Yeah. No, I'm not ticklish, but I don't recommend that being a question you ask people you don't really know. Even if you do know someone, they're probably still gonna think that's a weird question to ask. So, yeah. um, Journaling has helped me to know myself so much better. Asking all those why questions is so important. No, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like so at least for me, so much of adulthood has really been like trying to get to know myself better because I feel like when you know yourself better, then you can kind of live a life that's more in harmony with who you are. And I feel like a lot of people kind of try to force themselves to live lives that are not aligned with who they are. And sometimes what you feel like also can change. So sometimes your life doesn't change. Sometimes it's you that changes, and that's why I feel like it's good to check in with yourself because I feel like sometimes it's easy to just kind of be going with the flow, and then one day you wake up and you're like, wait, pause, what's going on? you know? Um, let's only ask weird questions. Oh, okay, so is that the vibe we're going on now? Same question yesterday on another stream. Well, let's some sort of interesting. Yeah, let's maybe he's gone now. Maybe he got scared away. Need this thing to come to a boil. I effed up. Hope this doesn't fuck up things too badly. What time is it? 5 o'clock? Just say the word, Kailey. LOL. No, it's fine. No, it's okay. See, like those situations, it's like it's better to publicly reprimand than you know. It's wait. Oh, never mind. Hopefully not. If the younger generations try to keep it alive. Wait, keep what alive? No, hold on, let me go back. I'm afraid it will be a lost art eventually. My grandma used to send me handwritten letters every year for Christmas until she was 89 years old. Her handwriting was physically beautiful, old word cursive. Aw. Wait, you're saying you think handwriting is gonna be a lost art? Hell nah. Honestly, if anything, like I think that I think that especially with AI, there are going to become a new type of like stupid person. I don't know how to explain it, but people who basically let their brain rot away because they don't do anything to actually challenge or engage their mind. Like there's like ChatGPT, like meal plan for me and make a grocery list for me and oh, if I have to think about something for more than 10 minutes, I'm just gonna ask ChatGPT. I'm just gonna ask the AI, like blah blah blah. And like I fear that there will be long-term consequences. Those are gonna be the people that like I can't read handwriting, like I can only read typed out text. And like I fear it's gonna create a new type of uneducated person that like is literally incapable of thinking for themselves. And at the end of the day though, like I don't believe that will be everyone. Like I don't think that that will be normalized. I feel like at least I know a lot of people and who I feel like are the types of people that are willing to do the hard work to challenge themselves. Like your life should be a little hard because that's how you grow, that's how you expand, that's how you learn. And if you just make your life too easy and you're offloading every single thought that you have or anything that's difficult to like something else, then you're not going to have a lot of substance yourself. But I truly believe, because it's kind of like you know how, like, like in like the like when mass produced items kind of became a thing, like this is like in like the 50s or 60s, whatever, and like and like the arts and crafts movement came up as like a pushback against that. And I feel like I'm seeing that again. Like I feel like with the normalization of AI and optimizing every single second of your life, there's like been a lot of people who have like risen up and started to go against that. Even me, like getting more into like creative, my creative side, and like doing a lot of creative hobbies that I've never done. It's like, now I have all these pottery pieces that I spent a long time making, and yes, I could probably find something like this for like $1 on Amazon, right? But like I like all my pieces that I make so much more because I put more time into it, because it was more difficult for me to acquire that piece through the process of creation, you know what I mean? So I think that whenever you're feeling like hopeless about where things are going, like just remember that if you're feeling that way, other people are probably feeling that way too, and that like you can be intentional with the way that you live your life. And sometimes it's easier said than done. Obviously, it's easier to kind of go along with things that make your life seem easier, but it's important to remember that like struggle and hardship makes you stronger when done right. You know what I mean? Like we're not talking about trauma. I hate when people are like trauma makes sure. Like we're talking about just like actually like coming up with your own meal plan for the week rather than just offloading that idea. Now you know what I mean? Like, think of your brain like a muscle that you must exercise, you must flex, you must train in order to strengthen it. And especially as you get older, because there's a lot of older people who don't mentally challenge themselves whatsoever. And like, that's when you have an increased risk of dementia or Alzheimer's. So there's a lot of health reasons also for doing tasks that require fine motor movements. Um, Unfortunately, computer does not count, even like control, like that's very limited range, like making something with your hands. I encourage everybody to find some kind of hobby where you make something with your hands or you're doing very fine motor details with your hands. There's a wide range, right? Crochet, knitting, obviously that kind of stuff. Ceramics is one of them. Painting, drawing, painting miniatures. There's a lot of things, and there's a lot of benefits to it. Writing is also falls under this category of like hand writing things out and doing something like that for a little bit of time every day. And there's so many. There's like woodworking, leatherworking. Like I believe everyone can find something to do with their hands that they really enjoy. And it's nice too because you can usually do whatever it is while you're like watching something or whatever. So nice little passive. Um, Do they teach cursive in school anymore? I was taught cursive in school. I don't know. Agreed. Actual human work be more genuine and more valuable in this AI era. That's what I'm saying too. ChatGPT gives me a lot of bad advice, especially in legal, medical, and financial terms. It steered me wrong a lot of times. That's what I feel like too. Like anytime I like try to use ChatGPT or anything like that, like I don't even feel like it's good. So like that's what kind of flabbergasts me sometimes when I like hear about people that like are using it for like every little thing. I'm like, are they having a completely different experience, or are they just not like verifying this or something? I know it's getting better and better, and I hope it does, because like ultimately if people are using this thing, I want it to be giving accurate information, right? But yeah, I don't know. Read a good article in the New York Times about this today. Teaching Kablaha. Oh, if anyone's. Oh, shoot. Wait, I'm on my phone. Wait, I'll have to check into that. You can send it in the Discord. Feel free to send that in the Discord too, so I can check into it after stream. Um, Terrifying for me. I think everyone is afraid of looking within and challenging themselves, sitting, reflecting on my actions. Thoughts has brought me a long way in life. Yeah, I think that's something that's been really. It's like still kind of hard for me to like reconcile with, is that I love using my brain. I love to think. I feel like it's one of my favorite things. That's why I like reading. I feel like it's very mentally stimulating. I like learning about things. I like all this stuff, right? So sometimes it's just really hard for me to understand that there's a lot of people who just like don't like to think. Like they just want to like go through life doing like the least amount of thinking as possible. Like to me that just seems so boring. Like so I just think that that's something that's also I've come to realize is just it's very hard for me to like really conceptualize and understand that. But that's just very different from me. Again, like my connecting to my values, staring at a blank page and experiencing writer's block, and then hating the first draft, etc., etc. Very important steps. Yeah, that's exactly why I do all the New York Times brain games every day, Wordle, crossword, connections, etc. Oh my gosh, connections. Oh, I haven't done those in a while, but I used to do those every day. Does piano count? For sure. Yes, piano counts. Instruments, if you're doing something with your hands with instrument-wise, yes, that counts for sure. So like any kind of like with string or even like flute, like anything like that, where you're again, it's just you have to do precise kind of fine detailed movements with your hands. I did the reason because they did the study, and unfortunately like keyboard and mouse, it's just like there's just not as much movement with it. I don't know. You can refer back to, you can like, feel free to do your own research. Also, I'm also not a scientist. Like, please feel free to do your own research into anything that I say. Trust your sources and whatnot. Frisco Chris, thank you so much for your sub with Prime. Thank you. Happy 25 months. I appreciate that. Okay, should we just let this boil down? How am I gonna go about this? Bring to a boil and cook until thickened. Stir in cream cheese until melted, then stir in chicken. Season with salt and pepper. How much cream cheese? 2 tablespoons. Okay. Sure thing, I'll pop in Discord. Sweet. Thank you. Well, chat, if you have a hobby, what is your hobby? I like hearing about your guys' hobbies. Oh gosh. Guys, I hope I did not F this up by freaking leaving out. Or adding too much water. Okay. My carrot's gonna be real mushy low key, but like I said, worse things could have happened. Worst things, I think the worst way I've ever effed up this recipe actually was I cooked all my veggies, all my chicken, everything, and I dumped it in my chicken stock and it went bad. And I didn't know. So I had to throw away the whole dish. So I've made worse fuck ups while cooking stuff. Cooking, chess, cooking, and philosophy. Ooh. Those are good things. Kailey, keep up the good habits. Growth is an endless route. We can never connect directly to the source, but we can get close. My mindset lately is you and I know exactly nothing. This helps support my curiosity and hunger for learning. I agree. I feel like I'm also a very curious person. And you can take the carrots out and sit on the side until simmer down enough. That's true, but also, like, it's fine. Like I said, I was like, I don't mind if my carrots like I kind of like a good mushy vegetable, assuming it's with other things. But like I kind of like when like the carrots are nice and soft and stuff. As long as if I see them starting to like fall apart or something, then I'll be like, well. At the end of the day, like they're still in there. If anything, they're just soaking up the juices more. Building my D&D campaign world. It's more of a full-time job than a hobby though, dude. Oh, because are you DMing? Yeah, no. When I played D&D, like we also had our own like built world and stuff, and yeah, I feel like our DM would spend so much time planning all the little things, and, like everything that we did and whatnot. And it was amazing though, and I appreciated him so much. So I'm sure that your group is also grateful for the effort that you put in. I had today planned to make a fancy meal. Sister needs help again with her new help, so I'm making hot dogs on the go. Oh, with her new house. Oh, fun. I feel like, well, we were talking about hot dogs. Oh, I have my sausages still over there. Maybe I should put those away, actually. I will probably have them for lunch tomorrow. Oh, goodness. Okay. I am just going to start peeling apart my biscuits. Oh gosh. Does anyone else just feel like absolutely terrified opening these things every time? Oh gosh. Here goes. Like, why do they do it like this though? Truly, genuinely, like, why does it feel crazy every time? Like, I always know it's coming, and like, still, I just feel jump scared every time. How's the cooking going? It's going well. It's going well, thank you. Quantum physics has held my interest for almost an entire year. Made me realize there's still so much to experiment with and learn. Oh my gosh, yes. Really, I love physics. I will say, when we got into the quantum physics, I was like, meh. I mean, it's interesting. There's definitely, it is good to know, and especially, like, I hope we get some quantum computing unlocked in our lifetime. Although they made their first quantum computer, right? But obviously it's not normalized or produced en masse quite yet. But yes, I love physics, I will say. I always like big picture stuff though, rather than nitty gritty, which is why I liked physics, but didn't like chemistry as much. But nonetheless, still good to know. I'm DMing one campaign. And I plan a couple others. Thank you for saying that. Oh my gosh, really? Yeah, DMing is hard. Like, I have so much respect for all the DMs. Have any Halloween costume ideas yet? Oh my gosh, no. Wait, are we starting to think about Halloween right now? I have no idea. Although I always wait way too long to like get my costume and everything. So maybe I should start thinking about it earlier. They want to make the biscuits fun and dramatic. Well, they freaking succeeded in the dramatic part at least. Okay. I'm supposed to pull these apart. And I really need this shit to fucking cook down. Maybe I can just have a chicken pot pie soup. Maybe I'll just have a chicken pot pie soup, bruh. Obsession going triple platinum this year for Halloween? Probably true. Probably true. Oh goodness. AWS provides quantum computer access through its Amazon Bracket service, where you pay for use of different quantum hardware. I did not know that. Interesting. AWS, the real moneymaker of Amazon. Okay. The heck did I just do? Alright. Sorry, I'm like peeling these biscuits in half is what I'm doing here. Boop, boop. But like, low key, I don't even know if it's good. Wait. I love astronomy, big plants, and space. Local stuff like geometry and chemistry didn't hit for me. Really, yeah, no. I feel like, yeah, once I'm like learning about atoms and stuff, it just feels a little too abstract for me. Like, I like when you're learning about things, then you can like see how it applies directly to your life. Which obviously, like, you can make the argument in chemistry, obviously you do, but like, you're not like seeing the atoms and whatnot in that way, but you can see the effects of what's happening for sure. I think that sometimes people forget that language ChatGPT is trained off of human language. So, like, yeah, sometimes a person writing from their own brain might sound like chat to you, especially if you spend a lot of time reading ChatGPT written text. LOL. Oh, yeah. Yeah. There is, like, shown to be, like, there's, like, certain words that ChatGPT, like, used more than humans. And there's actually, like, a study that was done to show that, like, humans have started to use those words more There was like a specific word, I can't remember, but like basically people never used this word, but it was used in like a lot of like research papers and stuff. And so ChatGPT used that word like way more than like people normally use it, but now like everybody uses that word way more. I can't remember what word it was. Chat, does anyone know the study that I'm talking about? Anyway, I'm like, this was like a pretty like big thing. Or like everyone was yapping about it online for a little bit. Halloween stuff is already at the stores. Slow down. Wait, what? No, I'm like, it's not Halloween time. It's interesting to me that simultaneous realities can exist on quantum level. Distance literally means nothing. This is true. But see, but the thing is like when it comes to like alternate, it's like, well, I'm never gonna go there, so why do I give a shit? like, like that's how I guess it's kind of how I feel when it comes to like the multi, like oh, there's other reality. I'm like other reality. Well, I'm in this reality. I'm in this reality, so. But it is still interesting to learn. Don't let me diminish it at all. Like I said, it's still good. Okay. Oh wait, hi Kiana. Hello. Ooh, this looks good. Yay, we're making chicken biscuit pot pie. Chicken biscuit pot pie. I know it, but not any more details than you. Yeah, I'm like, I know the gist. I think. Oh, I'm the same about news. World news fascinates me, but local and weather reports, I'm okay. I see. New clip, lol. Wait, I'm like, is this gonna? Well, I'm also on my stream freaking phone. I'm gonna have to check out all your guys' clips after. Yay! Shout out to the people that make clips for me. That make clips. I'm not good at the clip farming. I need this shit to thicken up right the freak now. You think if I add more flour, it'll thicken? I mean, it can't hurt it. It's just fucking flour. I'm gonna add 1 more tablespoon. Because that's what the flour that we added is supposed to do. But since I added more water, I'm gonna add. What if I just like. Thicken! 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 We're freestyling in the kitchen now. We've diverted from the recipe, and now we're entering the we're freestyling now. All right, that's how cooking goes. Okay, if you're following a recipe and it's not turning out the way that you wanted it to, although now I'm having clumps of flour in here. This was a terrible idea. Maybe stick to the recipe. Actually, I take it back. Hello. Wow, chicken biscuit pot pie. I kind of fucked it up though. I accidentally added water because I forgot that we don't use the stock concentrate. And to fix it, I tried to add some extra flour, but now I fear there's clumps of flour in it. Great problem solver. Thanks. I'm working on it. Yeah. Yes, I did. Do you want to say hi to stream? Oh, he's not ready for you guys yet. I'd still eat it. Yeah, I'm like, I should have sifted the flour a bit more. I mean, I'm still gonna be eating this, but mistakes have been made, I will just say. Wait, is that even like, why is it like solid? A fucking solid chunk. I don't even know what's going on anymore. Well, I'm gonna bake it. So what's gonna happen when I bake these? What's gonna happen to these chunks when I freaking bake it? Maybe I'll just take out some of these flour chunks. Just like, why are they looking like that? I don't understand. How is it like that? How did this... Alright, cooking stream is a flop. Oh, there's like pieces of onion inside. Okay, I think these chunks of flour actually have adhered to something in the middle. Just like a ton though. Okay. Okay. Pot pie soup. Yeah, pot pie soup. I've also made mistakes about it. Yeah, I thought I was onto something. Yeah, nope. Realizing now that when we added the flour, it was before we added in all the liquids. It's okay, guys. I'm actually just making mistakes so that way you never make them. So don't ever dump straight flour into a liquid. It's okay, guys. I made the mistake, so hopefully now none of you guys ever do. You can just think, I remember that streamer Kailey. She was dumb and did this thing. I'd never do it.
You used all the chicken stock?
Was I not supposed to? It's been a while since I made this recipe.
Are you just freeballing it?
Kind of.
Water,
At this point, we're making chicken pot pie soup. I actually just decided that. That's what we're making, actually. It smells good. Well, this might be just as good as it gets. Yep. Chicken pot pie soup. Chicken pot pie. The thing is, I have made this recipe. That's the thing when it comes with me personally. I need to work on this. Is like once I've made a recipe enough times, I'm like, oh, I know how to make this now. And so like I started thinking I'm knowing what's going on too well. When I'm like, even though I haven't made this recipe in like a long time. I'm just gonna have to do a redo of this recipe at some point, guys. I mean, it is thickening. It's just nowhere near thick enough. All right. Well, should I just say fuck it, chicken noodle soup? Chicken pot pie soup? I honestly have half a mind to just like add the biscuits on even though it's liquidy because then I'm like maybe when I bake it like the biscuits will just like soak up more of the liquid and everything will be fine. Cuz we got hella biscuits. Just let her cook. Yeah, just let me cook. Okay. Well. Let's we're gonna add in the cream cheese now. We're really freestyling now. I'm making a whole new dish at this point. Okay, maybe that'll do a little something for our thickness. I just need to freaking write out my recipes more. I really should have just been paying more attention. You know. Okay. Now, as the cream cheese melts, gonna make some melted butter. Oh goodness, I do have to go soon, actually. I don't even know if I'll be able to stay to show you guys the full thing. Butter has been melted. Okay, I need the cream cheese to finish melting now. I will say, I think something's happening. The cream cheese did something good. I need it to melt a little bit more. I hope you make enough for seconds. Oh yeah, usually this can serve like 4 people, I want to say. Yeah, I'm gonna have to like remake this at some point because with an immersion blender, yeah, I don't have that. um, it's fine. I low-key forgot that I have my martial arts class that I have to leave for soon. This is taking way longer because I was trying to evaporate all the excess liquid. Oh my goodness. Oh my freaking goodness. That's all I gotta freaking say is oh my goodness. I mean, honestly, it is actually starting to look better. It's probably gonna still taste quite delish. Hmm. 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 I fear I may have led myself astray. This is really turning out to be something. Well, maybe that's just how the cookie is gonna crumble today. I think the cream cheese is basically melted now. Okay. What is that? Oh. It's gonna taste bomb at least. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, it's not gonna look the way that's supposed to look, but it's still gonna taste the same. So, of all the things to accidentally add, I would say water is probably the most harmless as far as taste. Mmm. Wait. Actually tastes really good. Mmm. Sorry. Now I'm just being weird. Okay, I'm gonna say that this is good enough now. Mmm. Okay, sorry. Now I shall add in the chicken. Now our chicken has been added in. And I'm going to... No. Stop it. Stop. Matt. Something's happening with the oven. What is this? I'm trying to bake it.
No, it's not good.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
Why is it saying that?
That's not a good error. We need to.
What is the error?
It just means it's not functioning right now, and we need to.
Wait, what? Are my oven just broke?
I told you this thing is a junk.
No.
I think it's just overheating, maybe, or. It looks like you made a nice soup here.
Yeah, we're having chicken pot pie soup actually.
I don't know what to tell you.
This oven will self-destruct in 5 minutes. Well, I gotta go soon. So, I was just gonna add the biscuits.
I thought you were.
What does that mean? I'm adding the biscuits
Is
in.
that soupy or like?
There. Well, I guess I'll just leave it like this, and then whenever the oven revives, we can put it in. Alright, seems like you guys are not gonna get to see the finished product, but honestly, things are going so terribly that, like, maybe it's just for the best. Maybe it's just for the best. I think I gotta run. Gotta go make a run for it, bruh. To go to my class in time. And yeah, I'm just gonna have him keep checking on the oven, and whenever it's ready, just gotta pop this in for 10 minutes. And yeah, but I mean, what else could possibly be going wrong at this point? I think I'm just embracing whatever's going on. You know, maybe this will come out better than it's ever come out before. You know, you like you never know. You really never know. This could honestly come out even better than the original recipe. So I'll let you guys know how it turned out tomorrow. But there's just a lot going on already here. Gonna wash my hands. Oh, yeah, I gotta go. Ugh, my goodness. My goodness. Yeah, I'm going to my martial arts class. Yep. Where's my little brush thing? Okay, now we brush. I've made this on stream before, so I'm like, just remember all the times I've made this correctly on stream. Honestly, though, I feel like this is probably still gonna come out good. Like, adding the cream cheese and stuff definitely did thicken it. And I feel like these biscuits, as they bake, will absorb some things. But, like, what the fudge? Like, I'm just really confused how the oven just, like, crapped out on me. But I don't freaking know. I don't freaking know, okay? Okay, well, now imagine this being popped into the oven and all the biscuits baking into a nice little pot pie crust imitation. It's probably gonna turn out fine, but yeah, I'll make this again on stream sometime. This is one of my favorite recipes. Like I said, I do like to make it. Just is a little bit more of a complicated recipe compared to some of the ones that I like to make normally. Normally I like to make really lazy ones, but this one's just so good. I'm like, okay. Excuse me. I remember watching Kailey at martial arts class. Her kicks were very impressive. Thank you. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Look who it is. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. It is Mochi. Mochi. How are you? Wow. Everything's better with Mochi, guys. Everything's better with Mochi. Everything's better with Mochi. Mochi, are you gonna fly away with your big floppy ears? They're so big you might just fly. You might start levitating off the ground, Mochi. Baby. Okay, sorry. I'm being obsessed with Mochi. I'm being obsessed with Mochi per usual. Okay. Well, low-key flop cooking stream. Wow. I was having a rough day. Now I just had a rough cooking stream. Sometimes I guess that's just how the cookie crumbles, I suppose. Hopefully next time it'll be better. All right. I'll be better next time. Okay, I will pay more attention to the recipe that I am making. I really just need to make my cookbook because I'm always like trying to look up my recipes again to use them, and like I just need to start writing them out so I can like always have them and have them in a format that is easy for me to understand rather than being like, oh, I normally use chicken stock concentrate and I normally sub this thing in. Like, bitch, just write out your own recipes. Lesson learned, lesson learned. Okay, guys, I do gotta run to my class. It starts at 6 and it's like a 15-20 minute drive, so I normally try to leave at like 45, which is in 7 minutes. But thank you guys for hanging out with me. I know it was a little bit of a shorter stream for cooking, but like I said, I wanted to go live earlier, but I was having a little bit of a rough day, and also just like it was super freaking hot, and I feel like I don't like streaming when it's like the hottest point of the day, because it's just like with my PC on, plus my PC just makes my room super hot when I'm streaming. Like the streaming makes the PC work overload. But I'm like, 3 hours is still a decent enough stream time, right? I will be streaming tomorrow. We'll be doing oh my gosh, look at Mochi Shape. Sorry, I love him. I will be streaming tomorrow. We'll be doing ASMR stream, and I wanted to do a lot. Since we're not doing co-working on Wednesdays anymore, I'm trying to do some longer Wednesday ASMR streams. So we will be doing ASMR Lego building tomorrow. I'll probably go live to chat for like a little bit beforehand, but I don't know. I feel like we can be chatting while I'm building Legos. So that was my game plan. And then yeah, I'll probably do Lego building, but like I have like a smaller Lego set. It's like actually right here. So I'll probably do like more regular ASMR. So if people are like gifting subs or like want certain triggers, like I can still do name traces, but like we can still do like some normal triggers at the end in case people have any gifted or requests or anything. But like obviously while I'm Lego building, I don't want to like keep taking breaks for things and whatnot, you know? If that food actually, yeah, no, I'm sure it'll cook fine and like it'll taste the same. It'll just be like more liquidy than it normally is. I'll do a redemption chicken pot pie making stream. Alrighty, let me redeem myself. But hey, to be fair, I always tell you guys I'm not the best cook because I like to freestyle it. But sometimes freestyling doesn't work out. Sometimes it does work out. Sometimes it doesn't. Okay, anywho, I hope you guys enjoyed. I feel like since I knew today was going to be a little bit of a shorter stream, I was like, I might as well be a little bit more experimental. So I might be a little bit more experimental with our Tuesday cooking streams looks. Alrighty? No, I'm going to my martial arts class, so I gotta go change out of this outfit. I feel like I don't normally wear stuff like this, but I was like, today's stream will be a little shorter, why not? Okie dokie though, guys. I do not like this. Wait a second. What? Okay. Alrighty though, guys, I am going to raid my ASMR rerun channel now. So if you think ASMR is super weird and cringe, now is your moment to peace out, but a scout. But if you enjoy those tingly whispers, hang around. Thank you, everybody that subbed, gifted subs, gave bits, or donated today. I always appreciate your guys' support towards my channel, and shout out our amazing mods, keeping chat super fun and friendly. I will see you guys tomorrow evening for some relaxing Wednesday vibes, and I am planning on streaming Thursday, since I will not be streaming this Friday. So instead of taking Thursday off and streaming on Fridays, I'm gonna do the opposite. And yeah, sound good? Yeah, I'm like, maybe I'll take a picture afterwards, and I can show you guys how my meal turned out. But like I said, I'm sure it'll taste fine. It might just look a little wonky. Anywho, enjoy your guys' night. Thanks for hanging out with me and watching my meal. Oh my gosh, and the ads are trying to come. Let me send you guys off. Oh yeah, send the clips in the Discord or something. Maybe we could have like a react moment or something on Thursday. Because I'm like, I don't know what to do on Thursday. So we can do like chill, or we could do maybe gaming. I don't know. Anyways, good night everyone. Sweet dreams before the ads get you. Bye.